Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be the Aloha Friday video for November 29th. So Aloha Friday. I hope everybody has been having a really great weekend so far. And for those in the States, hope you guys have been enjoying your time off or holiday, however you celebrate this time. If you're new, welcome. We just like to hang out on Fridays. We like to hang out, keep this casual. Sometimes we talk about just various topics that come up in the moment. A lot of times I will channel and also pull cards as well for the collective, sometimes elements, sometimes signs. We'll see how this goes today because we do have the new moon, I almost said Scorpio, interesting, the new moon in Sagittarius. On the 1st of December or 30th of November, depending on where you are in the world, right? For most people, it will be December 1st for sure. How's everyone feeling? How's everybody feeling? I don't know if you guys have been experiencing this, but I feel like there was a big shift between yesterday and today. I don't know. Could just be me, but kind of feel like there has been. Let's see. Mars in my 12th right now. It's not easy. That's definitely not easy. That's not easy. This week was going from major anxiety attacks and doing all the things, then nothing, then drinking, then weird shit happening. Today was so gorgeous and socially beautiful, strange few days. Yeah. Yesterday I broke through a bit. I just felt weird. My mood is up in the air, tired, but there is a shift. Yeah, I definitely feel like there is a shift between yesterday and today. So also for those who are new, I just tend to flow with just life in general, but especially with the content the last, like, I don't know, month or so, I guess. I've really just been like moment to moment with it. And lately with the Aloha Friday videos, I've just been kind of like sharing and talking in the beginning, and then I'm liking the feeling of that. So I am going to share a little bit about some things because it might resonate with you. It might help you. You may feel just supported by it. So yeah, I definitely feel like there has been some sort of shift. And I sat with spirit this morning and journaled quite a bit, actually in a way that I haven't in a while. I think because things have been in such flux, like energetically, collectively for a good like month or two. It's been hard for me to like sit for prolonged periods of time. The anvil and the hammer. Oh my God. Talk about a throwback. Woo, that just took me back. Anyway, so yeah, it's today I was like, oh, something's different. Like I can feel the ease with like just sitting for a prolonged period of time and really getting into just some deeper things. I do feel like this new moon, well, and I've talked about my patrons extensively. The live has already been uploaded to Vimeo as well. But this new moon in Sag comes with like quite a few like very complex themes, one of which is definitely knowledge, right? The great attractor is part of this, and Taurus is part of this. Not to mention Sag is like the teacher, the philosopher, which ties into Taurus and the great attractor, but I digress. There seems to be, I think right now, this window of access to knowledge that you are ready to receive, but being ready to receive that, thank you, Spirit, this is what we're talking about today, but being ready to receive certain knowledge, certain information, not wisdom, that's different. I don't know, I felt the need to emphasize that. Maybe we'll circle back to that. Requires being willing and open to dismantle what is getting in the way of you being ready for that knowledge. So, in part of me sharing last night, so a lot of you know, in dream time, I work. Okay, I am a dream walker. I do a lot in dreams. I always have ever since I was a kid. It's just part of my gifts. It's just part of who I am as a person. I also kind of want to start getting away from just saying those terms like gifts and abilities. It's like we just kind of are, right? It's just who I am. It's just the way my essence functions. But last night, wow, last night was very underworld like, which I'm pretty accustomed to at this point, but it was a lot. It was a lot. I've also been super tired because I have been working right in dream time, as a lot of you know. And so some of you may have had this experience the last couple nights. If you didn't, it's fine. It's not like you need to resonate with that. I'm sharing this with you because when I work like that, to that kind of level, I know there's also something collectively going on in that same kind of realm. And when I woke up, I could feel the shift, and I was like, okay. Um, I want to say that between the last couple days and maybe even the next upcoming days, there is going to be this like major shift with like any personal, I want to use the right word here, restrictions. That's a good word. Restrictions to your sight, your perception, your beliefs. Some of you, this will really, really circulate around fear. Okay. Um, Fear and like repetitive patterns that have like caused restrictions in life. And this can be in so many facets, right? The way that it was mostly coming up and what I was encountering, which was in part things that are aligned to my own reality, but I also know things that are aligned to the collective reality. So again, you may resonate with what I'm about to say and you may not. I'm just sharing to like, I'm sharing because I feel like sharing is always just helpful. um, but some of the themes were definitely uh oh God, dude, some of these words are very like polarizing. That's why I'm like hesitating a little bit. Um, Masculine, feminine, like relationship to masculine, relationship to feminine for sure. Safety, safety is a big one. Community is a big one. Actually, nature was big in that one too. Um, Having this like open and reciprocal, clear relationship with nature, which I thought was interesting. Almost like that's getting cleared up. That's like an ability to access that, to have that, to experience that. Even if you feel like it kind of dropped off for you at some point, that's coming back. It just feels like there's a lot that's opening right now. But it's only going to open if you're willing, right? You're only going to see the truth and reality of these things if you're willing and you're open. Why maybe there's been some certain anxieties or restrictions or fears around your own relationship to your own masculine energy, or men or other people's masculine energy, and the same goes for feminine energies. Another big theme was just like, I mean, like what's like the light way I could put this? Um, Distortion, I think, is also getting overused now at this point. Other people's distortions, other people's inner demons, if you will. I know there are a lot of people trying to use other words these days, like parasite. I know is a word that's like going around. I don't like that one though. I don't know. It makes me go like this. It just like makes me cringe. I don't like it. No matter how this is coming up for you, no matter how this is shifting for you, it could literally be just like an experience of an overnight shift. Like suddenly you feel more like open and more clear about these certain things in your life or certain patterns in your life. Okay. Anyone who identifies with the Rainbow Tribe, as we have discussed over on Patreon, um, probably a little gnarly for you. Not gonna lie. Probably a little gnarly. Probably seen some crazy shit in dream time and not dream time, like in waking time, you know. The other thing I wanna hit on with that, I think I just saw someone mention it about fear. Oh, unchecked shadow, that's what it was. I don't know why I said fear. Unchecked, well, fear could be a part of that too. The unchecked shadow, that was something else that was coming through as I was getting ready for this live, is like the soothing of the shadow. So we've talked a little bit about the last week or two, maybe, I don't know, time is so weird, about our inner devils, if you will, and like getting acquainted with our inner devils. You can absolutely look at that as like shadow work, if you will, or just getting acquainted with the parts of you that have been very like taboo, or you don't like to entertain, or you just don't like to go there, right? It could even just be memories, doesn't even have to be an aspect of self, but soothing that part, that's something that was coming up out of all of this as well, right? And this is also how, hold on, I want to make sure I'm allowed to say this. So many words are coming through. Just give me a second to sort. This is also how shamans heal. Okay? In a way. Everyone has their own unique way of doing that. This is a way that certain shamans heal, certain energy workers heal, but this is also how we do this for ourselves, right? To soothe our inner devil, if you will, our shadow or inner demons. And this may be an unpopular opinion. This is just what wants to come through. It's not a resistance thing. It's not an aggressive push that away, push that out. This is also in relation to other people's inner devils, inner demons when they come out, right? There's a natural, very natural human reaction to want to push that away. to want to push that away, to want to point the finger, to want to go, ah, bad, get the fuck away from me. There's like, that's a very normal human tendency, okay? There's nothing wrong with that reaction. I also want to say that there's absolutely nothing wrong with having that reaction. But some people, I think, are, this is a window to learn, right? That these are just aspects of just what it is to be in existence, okay? Especially as a human, as an animal, it's just there. Sorry, I was supposed to give a little disclaimer about my throat. I'll get back to it. But to hold that observant, detached space. And I'm not saying to like open yourself to it. I'm not saying that, especially when we're talking about other people. I'm not saying that. But to bring a calming firmness. I think that's the best way. I almost wanted to say gentility, a calming firmness, because there's still this, I'm not going to say need, benefit. There's a benefit to like holding the line, if you will. I know, I feel like I need to keep my hand on what I'm saying this. Maybe I'm also just moving some energy as I'm talking about this. With that firmness, to also be very calm and to not let that fear response drive you, overwhelm you, because that also fear-driven shit also kind of can lead to maybe unforeseen consequences, right? But that also, that reaction of fear and resistance, that actually just aggravates those energies, right? I feel like I've talked about this before, but the calmness is like really key to that. And so everything I'm saying right now is something that I'm also sharing with you of what I've learned, but also how you can soothe your own stuff. Okay, how you can soothe your own stuff and not like ignore it, not push it away, or especially when it like comes up in your face in your external reality, right? Whether it's through projection or something is actually playing out that's like part of your deepest fears. To have that kind of awareness and that kind of mastery and that kind of, it is compassion too, actually. It is compassion to respond that way. And you may be surprised at how much easier it becomes to deal with other people's distortion in moments like that, including your own. Okay, this is just something that's been coming up in the last couple of days with this like shift and this opening to like certain knowledge and certain information and certain clarity about these things. Okay, especially in terms of whatever's been getting in the way of you being open to new experiences or being open to growth or being open to everything that comes with Sagittarius, right? Which is literally expansion and new places, new people, new experiences, learning things you've never learned before or could never learn otherwise, getting out of the box, getting out of your comfort zone, all of that stuff. All of that stuff. So I know some of that might have been a little hard to follow, but I'm just going to trust you received what you needed to receive from that. Cool? Cool. They started calling me something that I can't even print. I just laughed in their face for the wolf with Hunt. Let's see. My nickname is Mouth of the South. Sometimes I like, after I like have my moment and then I come into the chat to see what you guys are talking about, sometimes I love it. The topics are just so fascinating. Oh, ragey. Okay, so that's another thing. Yeah, if you've been feeling kind of like on edge and a little spicy, if you will, that's part of this. That's part of that. All of that, I feel like is honestly just, how do I want to say? It's definitely the like inner devil making itself known, right? Making itself known in whatever way it's trying to make itself known, right? And that's just a little indication that maybe there's some stuff there, right? That wants acknowledgement. And that's also part of it too, like holding firm and like being calm with yourself, with other people when this stuff is like getting aggravated and coming to the surface. I keep losing my words. I apologize, guys. Recognition is part of that too. Recognition is part of that too. Every time I have tunnel vision on my career, a situationship always comes in to distract me, but I'm seeing through it now. Yes. Thank you for saying that, little sunshine. Yes. That is also definitely a thing. That is also definitely a thing. a lot of this stuff has a way of projecting out into your reality, and you can look at it as distraction. I think that's absolutely a valid lens of reality and truth. I do think that there's like other ways of looking at that. I do think there's a way of looking at that of like, oh, what is this actually mirroring back to me? What is this actually showing me about myself, and like what may be restricting me, or what part of my own inner devil or my own shadow, if you will, that I'm not like acknowledging, not recognizing, not holding space for to move or to shift, right? I think both are very true and useful, right? Useful lenses. I wonder if it's repressed rage coming up as irritability for those who are more self-aware. I think that's absolutely a possibility for some people. Absolutely. It's different for everybody. And this is like, you guys know me, like when I talk about this stuff, even when I'm getting like certain messages or pulling cards or doing readings or whatever, I always try my best to remind people of that, to remind you guys of that. There's literally, there's like infinite ways a lot of this stuff can be experienced. There are like very generalized, broad strokes of, oh, this is shadow, right? And that would resonate with a lot of us. But you start getting down into details and nitty gritty things, it really does become infinite. And that's where I recommend everybody use their own compass and discernment for what that means for them, right? And what their truth is around that too. Because it's like, just because I'm relaying certain information doesn't mean I know more than you about you. Right? Doesn't mean I know more about you than you do. You know a lot about you. I trust that you know a lot about yourself, right? Actually, God, that like, speaking of, so I also was a little late because one, I was like getting myself ready, but I also was feeling the spiciness, not just collectively, but even my own. And I was like, I was like, you know what, you're feeling this way. Just take a few minutes. Because like me just saying what I said to you, I was like, oh yeah, that brought me right back. Like people who have the nerve to tell you like, well, about you, like you don't know you. And I think everyone's done that. I think everyone has been guilty of that at some point in their lives, myself included. I'm like, don't go there. I'm also very aware that for me, like just as astrologically speaking, and I've spoken about this a lot recently because it's very much on my mind. My Lilith is very activated right now because we are in Sag season, so I am being very aware of that. And I know my own Lilith energy is like doing a dance right now, so I'm just like just trying to be responsible. Let's see. Came in just in time to know my saucy little self is just rolling with the rest of my peeps. Yes. Yes. On the edge, it can go either way each time. Sacred rage is very powerful. Yeah, absolutely. 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 Let's see. LMFAO. Or just in general, not letting you know more than them. Like maybe I do know more than you in this area, and that's okay. Yes, absolutely. So many, I know, so many different ways we could like go and dissect all of that too, right? Okay, I'm just going to speak on it because it's like it's doing this to me, and that's totally like what my lone Lilith energy does, especially being in Sagittarius. So I'm just gonna speak on it in a calm manner. It's been about my asthma and like my coughing and my wheezing, which I meant to again give a disclaimer before I hopped on here, and I just wanted to get into it. But I may cough today because I'm a little wheezy today. For anybody who is asthmatic, I know you get it. And for people who are not, some people really think they know shit about stuff that they don't have experience with. Just gonna just gotta say that. Just gotta say that. And there are a lot of people who have like offered a lot of love and support in relation to like my asthmatic stuff, which I greatly appreciate you guys for. And thank you. I receive your support, and I receive your suggestions, and I receive your kind words. But there are obviously people who are not kind about it. For anybody who is not familiar with asthma and what can happen, okay? It's an inflammatory response out of my control. Okay. I've been asthmatic for a very long time. for a very long time. And for anybody who's asthmatic, they would tell you when a flare up happens, it doesn't just go away. And drinking water can't stop an asthmatic reaction. Okay. Um, it can't because it's an inflammatory response in the bronchi. Okay. Now, I do believe everybody experiences their asthma differently, and everyone's body is unique. So there's a whole other component there. But so what happens with asthma is the bronchi that actually connects the lung to your respiratory system becomes so inflamed they get like super tight like this because they're tubes. That's why you hear the wheezing sound. Now, another part that comes with that is also mucus. I know, not so pretty, not so fun, but it is what it is. And so if you're having an asthmatic flare up and you're using your medications, you're using your inhaler, it still takes a lot of time for that inflammatory response to go away. For some people, it's days, some people, it's weeks. For me, it's usually like a month, not even gonna lie. That's also why when it happens, you'll see me be like that for like a month or so, because it kind of just is what it is. So, for those who did not know about asthma and you want to tell asthmatics, just go drink some water or you need to just go to the doctor, there is your information. Okay, I'm done. uh, let's see. People are so ignorant. Yes, I bet it's annoying to constantly hear drink some honey tea. Yeah, it's incredibly aggravating, especially because like people don't understand what it's like to also live with that either. What it's like to live in a way where if I go from like outside to inside, I could have a flare up because it's cold outside or something like that. Or if I come into a room and someone, God forbid, has like strong perfume on and I go into an asthmatic cough, right? And all that comes with that. Or like because my cough is like so wheezy, it's like it freaks people out, but I have no control over it. And so having to live my life that way, like for years now, where I have to always try to anticipate and try to mitigate and then try to explain to people, I'm not sick, I'm not this, I'm not that. This is just what it is. And like drinking water is not going to do it. Drinking some tea is not going to do it. And yes, mucus is part of it. And a lot of people don't know that like mucus is part of it. Especially with like just living in like post-pandemic world, right? The other day I had to go pick up something for Clyde and I had to wait. There was a line and and something was like triggering my asthma really bad because I also have allergy induced asthma, so allergens really like make it worse. But again, out of my control. So I'm trying my best, and I always have tissues on me. I always have my inhaler on me. I always have water on me because again, it's just part of living with it. And this older woman was like dark, like dagger eyes at me. And I could practically read her mind, like, how dare you be sick and be out? But I wasn't sick, right? But she don't know that. So if you also like get mad at people because they're like in a state like that, you don't know. You just don't know. They could truly just be an asthmatic and have no control over it. Anyway, I'm done. I just had to say it. So sorry if that was annoying to hear. I just had to say it. And that is totally my little Sag. I just had to say it. I'm afraid to cough in the real world. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, because people are so quick to be like to get up on you about it. Little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Asthma can be very serious. Yes, exactly. I mean, I'm clearly a lot better than I was, but I know I'm still wheezy. I know I'm still wheezy. Let's see. I have those unwanted coughing episodes if I get hot or a room is too warm. Yes. And on top of it, I'm sensitive to energy. And so because I'm asthmatic and like I'm sensitive to energy, like it also just happens when there's some weird energetic shit going on. Like there are a lot of times where I will like, I'm trying to think of an example. We'll walk into a store, right? Or like sit at a bar or get in line at a grocery store or just start talking to somebody and it's like all of their own like repressed stuff, like anything having to do with the throat, right? Actually, though, I would say the heart too. When someone's not being honest, when someone's repressing their shit, or when someone's just got a lot going on that they're not dealing with, it'll totally like send off my cough, like nothing else. And people who've spent significant time with me know that too. And so also on another side note, it's like I've tried to learn to not get too bothered by that because when people start spending time around me and they know this about me, they like look for my cough. They like watch for it. They like anticipate it and then try to like interpret things from it, which also kind of, I'll be honest, does kind of bother me. Um, but again, it's something I gotta live with. We all got something we gotta live with. Just don't be judging or casting whatever because you just think you know what's going on with somebody, because you might not, right? You just might not understand the full implications of what it is you think you're seeing. Um, I've got some shade for still wearing masks in crowds, even if he's in public and people give you the evil eye. Yeah. Oh, and my cough was like really off. Like I could not stop coughing and like really loud. And she like, oh my God, she was so angry at me. And we were in line, right? So then when she was done at the cash register, she like came back around. I tried to smile at her and she just like, it's like, wow. Not wow. Just wow. Literally moving energy. They should thank you. I've been in a board panel interview and out of nowhere the coughing begins. Talk about awkward. Oh, I know it is. It's so awkward. I mean, I've gotten to the point now where I'm just like, I just let it out. Like I used to try to like hold it back because I didn't want to deal with like all of that, but that just makes it worse. That makes it so much worse. I just like, you just have to. You just have to. And people might act some kind of way, but that's out of my control, right? I've had asthma all my life. In childhood, it creates anxiety. Yeah, it does. Absolutely does. Um, let's see. I almost said something last live that you know what you're doing and do all the things, but then was like, okay, now my place to rein them in since I've been so saucy lately. I mean, I trust your judgment with whatever you feel comfortable saying. I trust your judgment. That's why you're a moderator, you know? My auntie is psychic and has asthma too. Yeah, it's just it's a thing. It's just a thing. It's a thing. Anyway, we don't need to be keep talking about asthma. We're here to like talk about other shit today. I don't mean for that to take up so much time. Um, but kind of circling back. So I hope that like as we're getting into this new moon Sag energy, like deeper into it, that a lot of you are feeling the opening that's happening right now, the opening to knowledge, the opening to certain clarity and insights and information. Now, another aspect to some of the energy that's going on right now is this. I guess we kind of talked about it, but this is like another lens of looking at it. Like confronting some of these things, being confronted with some of these things in like the harsh manner that it can come up, whether it's just like your own internal emotions and fears and anxieties, or like someone acting unpleasant. I think is a good word for that. Someone acting unpleasant towards you. Um, there is this energy behind that of war, but we don't have to feed that, right? We don't have to feed that. And it kind of ties back into what I was speaking about with like holding firm and being calm and recognizing what is actually happening and why certain people are reacting the certain ways that they are, including yourself, right? Um, and that has to do with Antares. That has to do with Antares. Now, another thing too, with like the opening, there is a lot of like pleasure in this opening and reassurance in this opening that feels really good. And I feel like that has to do with the grand air trine that we've talked about before. They just brought my attention to it. So I'm just gonna like sit with it for a little bit. Um, thank you. They're reminding me of something else that came up earlier. So Jupiter being in Gemini. Personally, I'm gonna be very happy when Jupiter's done with Gemini. And I talked about this a little bit when Jupiter first moved into Gemini, that that energy doesn't function very well, right? Because Jupiter is home in Sag, so it's literally in the opposite. Um, and when Jupiter's in Gemini, it really can like over exacerbate the mind. It can really lead to like just so much flooding in of thoughts and different ideas. And it's like, I'm not gonna say like unstable mind, but it's like a very busy mind. Okay. Very, very busy mind. There can be beautiful things about it too. Like there could be great enhancements and support when it comes to friendships and getting to know people and learning things. And that's all dandy, but it can lead to a very ungrounded energy. And I think that the collective has definitely felt that this like whole time Jupiter's been in Gemini. And I think this grand air trine is going to actually help to settle some of that a little bit, as it also is working with the grand fire trine on the new moon. But I do think once Jupiter moves into Cancer, I think everyone's going to feel a little bit of a sigh of relief, because I think there has been a lot of unknown, unknown and a lot of confusion and just a lot of options that the collective has been confronted with this whole year. And I think that is because of Jupiter being in Gemini. But again, I think this grand air trine is helping us to like make some sense out of some of that stuff and some of that energy, especially if you've been having any issues like grounding yourself, right? Um, when is this? I just logged on. The new moon is on the 1st of December. For some people it's on the 30th, which is tomorrow. So it's happening in the middle of the night basically, between the 30th and December 1st. Oh, when is new Jupiter moving into Cancer? Actually, I think I have that information. Hold on one second. I know, baby. Oh, he is so cute right now. It's like not even fair. There's just like a big spot of sun on the bed, and he's just like being a ham. Cats are so adorable. Thanks for attending. Yeah, Jupiter going into Cancer. Okay. So a lot of you know I did a 2024 poster. I had intentions to do a 2025 poster, but with all the stuff that's happened, it just hasn't been in the cards. So there won't be one, but I did start preparing for one. 2025. Let's see. My Mars retrograde notes. Let's see. Hold on a second. Yeah, let's do this one instead. January. Jupiter goes direct in February. Oh. Interesting. Not the video for that. Should move very fast. Oh, it's gonna be a while. Is it June? No, holy crap, it's June. I'm like, oh, it's actually a lot farther out than I thought it would be. Yeah, Jupiter isn't moving to Cancer until June. Great. Fabulous. Let me look at some of these aspects, though. Oh, God, that's right. Venus goes retrograde in Aries, too. Oh. I'm looking at, sorry, I know I'm all over the place. When I pull out my notes at astrology, I get like I get very ADD because I'm trying to absorb all the information at once. Holy crap, March looks crazy. Not in a bad way. I'm not trying to scare you guys, not in a bad way. The ushering in of fire. Yeah. March is gonna like catapult us into fire like in a crazy way. Yeah, so Jupiter was into Cancer in June. I still think that we're feeling a little bit of the relief right now because of the Grand Air Trine and the new moon Sag. Don't worry about the unpleasant consequences of Jupiter being in Gemini from now until June. Because the longer we're in our energy, the more we learn to work with it. And again, it's just a grounded thing. And we have to move through all these energies anyway. It's just part of the cycle of things. What do you think would be a good month to move in 2025? That is natal chart dependent, I would say. Just keeping it real with you. Things like that, like very personal questions like that, like moving or getting married, like that is totally going to be dependent on your natal chart. The amount of fire that's going on in March is like blowing my mind. Venus is going to go retrograde in Aries. Mercury will be in Aries. Neptune's going to move into Aries. We're going to have a partial solar eclipse in Aries. Like Juno's going to be in Sag. Like, holy crap. That's a lot of fire. Anyway, I don't need to keep looking at this. I'm gonna get sucked in. So Jupiter moves into Cancer June 9th. Okay. That's all you need to know. Everyone is getting up and getting someone new in 2025. That's so exciting. Yeah, I'm like, March looks like, whoo, it's making me sweat just looking at it. I've been ready to move forever, feels like. I think a lot of people are moving now, to be honest with you. I'm kind of shocked at how many people I've met that are like going through spontaneous moves or like almost moved or they're on like the brink of it. I mean, eclipse season is bound for big change. And if you have Aries in your fourth house, for example, like you're going to have some sort of shift in your living situation. And Uranus will still, at that time, I believe Uranus will still be at like the tail end of Taurus because Uranus moves into Gemini in 2025, which would be the sixth house. So there would also be changes with like any tax situations, debt, your daily routine. So like, yeah, anyone who has like Aries in the fourth house, which would probably make you, what is that? Capricorn rising, right? Probably March would be a good time to move if you're a Cappy rising and you want to move. Just kind of doing the quick astrology math on that. Anyway, I've been talking a lot. Do we want to pull some cards? I'm in the mood to pull cards. Let's pull some cards here. Ooh, Big Bertha wants to come out. Big Bertha wants to say hello today. All right. So Big Bertha, for those who don't know, she is a combination deck of the Starseed Oracle and Angels and Ancestors. As I see a massive flock of birds flying in formation. Feels about right. Let's see, cards. You guys are so funny. Oh, okay, sorry, quick note. I have not gotten to Leo yet. Leo was supposed to post yesterday. Just with all the energies and things, I just couldn't get to it. And I started to have that feeling like I had with Cancer, like in the weeks prior, where every time I like got close, like, I don't know, with like other messages wanted to show up or like something was like not ready to be read. So I'm gonna try to get to it today. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if it like, excuse me, energy, sorry. If it causes me to just have a specific channel message versus like actually a Leo reading, okay? But just want to let you guys know I haven't forgotten. I've been very aware. All right. Yeah, let's do a collective read here. Oh, even the herbal astrology wants to work today. Yeah, there's definitely been a shift. Like even with the cards, like the archetype deck, I'm like not even feeling it at all today. And I've been like really vibing with that. There's definitely a shift. We're also going to use that too. I'm going to keep it there so I remember. If you haven't felt the shift, you probably will on the new moon. Okay. And again, I do feel like it's uplifting in a way. And I feel like it's just opening up to like some clarity and some truth. Yeah. They're showing me the Golden Children card. We'll see if that comes out. Why are they showing me that card? Why are you showing me that card? Yeah, again, I feel like it's actually just about getting reacquainted with truth. Truth that you've known, interesting truth that you maybe have been like living by. So something else with Sag energy in general. I don't have Isis with me today, sorry. I have very few decks with me where I'm at. Where was I? Sag. The other thing with Sagittarius is beliefs. Okay, beliefs and philosophy. There's been a lot going on this year around this notion of purpose. I can feel the tickle in my throat already starting. There's been a lot floating around this last year about the notion of purpose. For those who are new, the way I look at purpose, this is just my own lens, is that it's just you being you. Okay? It's just you being all of who you authentically are and just living accordingly. And living life in a way that you actually do pursue what is fulfilling to you on a core level, amongst other things. That's how I look at purpose. It doesn't always have to be this like large, grandiose, like mission like feeling. You know what I mean? But that's just my interpretation. But let's come back. I feel like there is, for some people in this clarity that's coming through, is actually like a, is that even a word? I almost want to say reaffirmation. Is that a word? I don't know if that's a word or not. But that's how it's literally being like shown to me. Reaffirmation. A reaffirmation of who you are. maybe some of you have been battling a lot of confusion about like, am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? And da 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 da, and all of like the ways we can confuse ourselves or even allow other things outside of us to confuse us, right? Because while there has been a lot of shifting and there has been a lot of new energy coming in, there are some just core things that I just feel like don't ever change about people. And I feel like that's what this is, like getting reaffirmed with that. I like, this is such a weird word for me to say. I just want to say reacquainted with that, being reminded of that, being reassured of that through any confusion, through any chaos that's been happening. Okay. The Golden Children card, I'm actually wondering if they're showing me a combination of two cards, because the way they're showing it to me, the Golden Children card, we'll see if it comes out. It's a fat deck. I don't want to go fishing for it, to be honest. It has like literally little golden children, and they're kind of like hanging out in this like astrally kind of space, but they're also showing me a doorway, which I don't think is in that card. I don't think is in that card. I really don't. So maybe they're showing me two cards and I'm not remembering the second one. It's not a doorway, it's a mirror. Duh. All this talk about the shadow and everything, right? And projection, it's a mirror. It's not a doorway, it's a mirror. I love it. I love it. I love it, Spirit. It's so funny how Spirit works. I'm like, why a doorway? It's like, oh. Yeah, getting reacquainted with this truth. Getting reacquainted with this truth. And also, like, this is like, I feel like this is all very like fast or like simultaneous. In getting reacquainted with this truth, there's also this like simultaneous moment of confidence to never let go of that truth, to never forget that truth. It's interesting because that's also very Sag in a way. Like, I find that people with strong Sag in their chart, I could be wrong, that's just my experience. When they feel they know something, they hold to it. They hold to it, and they sometimes they get a little pushy about it. Not all Saggies, but definitely some Saggies do. And that's kind of what I'm feeling, but like not in an unhealthy way. It's like, yeah, it's remembering it's just remembering the truth that somehow maybe has become confusing along the way, or you were willing to let go of along the way. Oh, excuse me, I just got easily. There's also a refinement with this as well, because like, how do I want to say this? It feels like it's taking confusing labels or notions or ideas and like polishing off of the truth, but the truth is just like you, right? The golden child to me just says the pure essence of self. That's what that says to me. But you've known this, and it does feel like it's coming back to it, like it's a full circle moment of coming back to the truth of what you have known that somehow has become confusing in recent time. I'm just going to say time. Some people that could be days, weeks, months, years. And the mirror helps with this. Everything we were saying before when we were just kind of hanging out and talking, like the projections of other people, when people come up as distractions, right? We could also see it as like, what is this showing me about myself? Even just reflection, even just the act of reflection on the self, that's also looking in a mirror. So when you're looking in a mirror, whether it's the mirror is another person, they are reminding me of portals now. So maybe it's a portal and a mirror. I don't know. We'll get back to that. I don't want to get too confused or off track here. So when we look in the mirror, what are we seeing? And are we seeing what we're seeing because it's the truth? Or are we seeing what we're seeing because it's just ideas that we've like put on top of the truth? Like coats that we've like put on a bed, and then before you know it, you don't see the bed anymore. That's a terrible metaphor. I just can think of another one. I think you guys understand what I'm saying. Interesting. Because when that just came through about like even like the mirrors of people, right? They reminded me people are portals too. They're not just mirrors, they're portals. So when you're dealing with for those who are dealing with other people and you're having this like experience by way of learning about yourself through like what people are showing you or what you're projecting on other people, are you treating them as a mirror, or are they really a portal into another idea that maybe is not even the truth? Oh, interesting. This is crazy. Hold on. Sage, be devoted and committed. This totally feels like the energy I was getting, where it's like, once you become clear, don't let go of the truth. That's what I'm feeling with this. Once you become clear on the truth, don't let go of the truth. Be devoted and committed. This is very Sag, right? This is very Sagittarian. Very Sagittarian. But it feels like a commitment to the truth, your truth. Not to get all on you, but the truth between you and Creator. Oh. They're highlighting something that came up when I was sitting with Spirit, this morning. I was journaling about these, things we see in people, things we see in ourselves that are like unpleasant or dark or distorted or whatever. This is why it is so important to be able to hold on to the self. Hold on, I want to word this properly. Almost like, should I just bring out my journal and read it? Hold on a second. I'm like, oh God, reading straight from my journal. That made me a little nervous. Okay, I'm just gonna read it straight from my journal. I don't know, my journal's like so sacred to me. That's why I was like, wait. I'm like, oh, this is actually what Spirit, I think, has been wanting me to do for a while. Okay. I love my new journal. Okay. Let me see. Just have to find the entry. Is a secret that we all face. Let's to each other because we were taught to. I know, I just want to figure out where I should start. Only if you don't spot it and leave the time for people to reveal it all to you. Since I'm like nervous on where to start in the entry. Okay, so I'm just gonna warn you guys, this might sound a little pessimistic. But I think there's like, how do I want to say? I feel like there's I just like there's some truth in here. And maybe some truth that is hard to swallow sometimes. But anyway, I'm gonna take a breath and just go for it. I'm very nervous to read this to you guys. I'm just being very honest. Since everyone is capable and will at some point show you who they are, what they're willing to do, their demons, how could you ever trust anyone? Is that the secret we all, I can't read my own handwriting, we all don't want to face? The secret being, you should never trust anyone but yourself and the Creator. Love people, be kind, but know what people are capable of, and trust yourself to see it and act accordingly when necessary. I know that sounds very pessimistic, okay? But that's honestly what it was reminding me of. We can extract the truth. Thank you for sharing with us. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for receiving it. I was very nervous to say that, but that's what I'm getting with this, right? Because it's not just about trusting yourself, it's also trusting the Creator. It's trusting Spirit. It's trusting your own relationship to that divine source, right? Because no one is perfect. We're all capable of things. But when it comes to truth, the only truth that is really worth trusting is your own between you and God, right? Hate to say that, but it doesn't mean to completely negate other people. That's not what I'm saying here, and that's not what was coming through in the entry either. It's to not dismiss other people, but it's to be loving and to be kind, and be open to people, but to never prioritize their truth over your own, right? This is also how we hold on to ourselves. This is how we hold on to that golden child, the essence of us. And I do think it is just a very practical reality and truth of what it is to be human and to interact with other humans, right? Because trust is an interesting thing. Even just like sitting with this with you guys right now, like the notion of trust, right? Like, oh, you should trust your spouse, you should trust your family, you should trust your friends, you should trust, people. But trust, like, what does that really mean? Right? You can believe in people, you can love people, you can respect people, you can share with people, you can even be vulnerable with people, but trust. I don't know. I feel like maybe that word's been thrown around a little too carelessly, and this is just a food for thought. I'm not saying this is true. Because what is it to actually trust? To surrender your faith into something? Is it to even, in a way, rely on, right? Like, I almost wanted to say relinquish your compass, which was like, I don't like that. But yeah, what is it to actually trust? It's to, so like the visual they're showing me, to trust is to relinquish something of self, something of you, even yourself, to something else. And to feel safe in doing that. But is that ever actually in anyone's best interest? If it's not yourself or the creator, is it? I don't know. It's interesting too, right? Because even when we think about the notion of community, which we've all been there for quite a while now. We've all had the same dream/vision/feelings of wanting that sense of community. But what does that mean even in terms of community? I'm seeing if anything's going to come to me with that. I don't know. I think there's a lot to unravel there when it comes to community. But anyway, Sage, be devoted and committed. Okay. As I'm about to move on, I'm already getting stuff. To uphold agreements, to uphold contracts, to honor your word, and honor the word of others. But it still implies that it's like you should never trust your path, your life, yourself to something else outside of you and the creator. That's honestly how I'm feeling it. Again, I know that sounds very absolute. I'm not saying you need to believe this. It's just something that's coming through. And which also feels very saggy too, right? Where it's like, this is just food for thought. It's an interesting thought. But as we are talking about all this, right, it's like, stay true to your truth, whatever that is, and whatever you're ready for. Again, circling back to the new moon Sag, right? It's like, you're only going to receive knowledge and information you're ready to receive. Let's see. Exactly what I was about to say, Marcy. Let's see. We got 2 cards here. Oh, child of, this says a lot. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Feels a little bit like trust creator because you are of creator and creators of all things. Right? You are of creators of you. Right? And that is something you can always trust. Wise one. I'm loving this. Grow within your current situation. It's interesting because we literally, I had said this at some point earlier today, where knowledge is a big part of this, information is. And I said, but not wisdom, that's different. I made a point to say that, and here we're literally talking about wisdom. I've said this many times, but if you're new, this is just my lens. Again, not saying you have to believe it. Wisdom to me is when we have acquired information and knowledge and we've put it into practice enough that is just innately embedded in our consciousness, in who we have become through growth, right? This is the pursuit of Sagittarius. This is what Sagittarius loves to pursue. Sagittarius loves to pursue knowledge to turn that into wisdom, right? And I feel like that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at the practice of being devoted to truth, like, and truly sacred divine truth that only happens between you and Creator, you and God, you and Spirit, whatever word you have for that. Because there is this knowing that we are of Creator, right? And you can always trust that. And through that, we become wiser. Through that, we can put all this into practice. And then through that, we attain wisdom. Yeah, very, very interesting day today. Ooh, my crown is starting to hurt. Things we value and entrust to others may be disregarded without second thought by those very people, even without malicious intent. Exactly. Exactly. Very interesting. Wow. Excuse me. I'm very curious to get into the herbal astrology deck. Also, don't know if I said it. If you're new, all my decks are linked below. I like looking through your last. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. How I stopped to be a creator myself and letting others leading my way. Yeah, exactly. And that's who you just brought me back to a part of dream time last night where I'm like, oh my God, that makes sense. Oh my God, that makes sense. I feel like I need to stop the reading to talk about this now. Hold on. This needs a timestamp. I just love to, like, the way confirmation happens, right? By exchange of information, which is like also why I'm such an advocate for people sharing. I'm like, oh, duh. I just had such a, like, you gave me such a light bulb moment. You have no idea. Okay, I don't even want to get into like the nitty gritty of this moment in dream time because it was a lot. It was a lot. And there's other themes wrapped up in there, also just personal to me, but it relates to this like collective message about leadership. So we already know, most of us already know that the notion of leadership and what we've known as leadership has been changing and morphing and breaking down and evolving because it's needed to. You can equate that to patriarchy if you want to. You can equate that to like government institutions, masculine energy if you want to. The Mars Cancer Leo retrograde phase that we're very close to going retrograde is absolutely part of that. And this is what I was talking about a lot on the New Moon Sag Live about the fire trine and why there's something sneaky there with the Mars Leo. And I don't watch a lot of astrologers. Actually, I would say I barely watch other astrologers, to be completely frank with you. I don't know why. I just don't feel called to. But like you catch titles, you know, when you're like scrolling or you get recommended videos, you catch titles. You can get the gist of what someone's saying just by like looking at a thumbnail. Anyway, I digress. The fire trine, while there's a lot of positive aspects to it, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, the new moon Sag is creating a trine, a triangle, if you will, between the North Node in Aries, Mars in Leo, and the Sun and Moon in Sag. So they're all just, it's literally a giant triangle for those who don't understand what trine means. Normally a grand trine in an element is like a superpower. It's like an awesome boost and usually brings a lot of positive energy, supportive energy, aided energy. And I think that still stands to be true. And this would absolutely be in our own confidence, our own ability to take initiative of our own destiny, being willing to face changes, make changes, rise to the occasion, all of that beautiful stuff. But Mars Leo is also square Juno in Scorpio, and Haumea in Scorpio. And I didn't mention this before, but the White Rabbit asteroid is also part of that too. And that, when I saw that, I was like, oh, and I felt into that, and I was like, oh, I was like, oh my God. And then hearing you say leadership, I'm tying it all together, I promise. That square with all that Scorpio energy around feminine celestial bodies. Juno rules marriage, partnership, protection of women. Haumea is the fertility goddess of sacred birth and Mother Nature herself, like the sacred feminine. White Rabbit asteroid's not innately feminine. White Rabbit asteroid actually like is notorious for creating like portals or like situations where you can like fall down the rabbit hole, metaphorically speaking, and things get very interesting. It's very Alice in Wonderland, but you always grow through it. The squares really bring up the shadow, really bring up the shadow in these aspects, as particularly with Mars and Leo. Mars Leo shadow is absolutely that like unhealthy leader is how I'm just going to say it. Okay. Unhealthy leader, whether it's for the intentions of fame, notoriety, wanting to just be seen as number one, or wanting just a lot of praise, or even like another side of that is like wanting control, wanting control, wanting dominion, but it's very like, it's very much for the glory of, it's for glory. That's what it is. It's for glory. Now, not everyone's going to experience that. Not everyone's going to fall into that trap, but some people absolutely will. And it's all about intentions. It's also why I emphasize this so much in talking about this, because you could think you have really good intentions. You can absolutely, and this is also what we were talking about earlier, right? It's like people could have really good intentions. It doesn't mean that what they're going to do is not going to hurt people. Right? So then comes back to the trust thing. Are you going to allow someone to lead you, or are you going to be leader of yourself, but be open to other people, side by side with other people, partnerships with other people? It is a balance. It is a reciprocal exchange that needs to take place. Any power dynamics, hierarchical bullshit, or even anyone being very pushy. Mars Leo shadow is very, very pushy. Pushing you in a certain direction, or pushing you to do something for their own agenda, whether they're aware that they're doing that or not. That is all part of that shadow, and it's absolutely part of that distorted leader energy that pushes people out of this, alignment. And having that be square, all of that Scorpio feminine energy that I'm kind of circling back to, that is absolutely some of that rage that some people are feeling as well. Juno is also in the shadow, is notorious for like having a rage, like expression, or vengeful, or even jealous expression. Haumea as well, because she literally represents like Mother Nature, literally, like the sacred mother, and all that comes with that. And there is a protective feeling that I was tuning into through those celestial bodies of like, you will not violate creation, you will not violate this, you will not violate that, in relation to Mars Leo. So yeah, there's definitely some interesting dynamics playing out there energetically. Some of you may feel it, some of you may not, right? But the leadership comment, I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. So some of you may be having certain memories or experiences, or people even reaching out to you, because remember, Mercury is also retrograde right now. Mercury being retrograde now in Sag is definitely adding to all of this, okay? Not necessarily in a bad way. I actually think this Mercury retrograde is actually bringing a lot more enlightenment than a normal retrograde would, because it is in Sag, and given the nature of everything that we're talking about. But if people are reaching out to you, or you're having certain dreams or memories, or just like certain like weird feelings about situations in your life where this has been a thing, it's just all part of it. It's just all part of it. And I do think that some people will be reclaiming themselves and their connection, their relationship to Creator because of this. Now, they're highlighting something else. Okay. I want to be careful with my words here. There are so many different ways people can have a relationship to Creator. Infinite. Infinite. It could look different person to person. It could have a little bit more traditional ways of presenting itself compared to others, like for example, like Christianity, right, versus someone who would classify themselves as New Age, or someone who would be considered like Taoist. Like, just these are just examples. This is more structured religion, which is also very Sag too, in a way. But people may have thank you, interesting, other ways of connecting to creator that some people don't view as spiritual at all. Like, some people might feel connected to creator through science. Some people might feel connected to their faith through numbers, through math, through engineering, things like that. Which, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, creator exists in all of those things. Right. It's also why personally is why I consider science and spirituality one and the same, because they are one and the same in my eyes. Just my eyes, just my opinion. But you may look at somebody and feel like they are not connected to creator in any way. Doesn't mean you're right. Doesn't mean you're right. But I'm getting a little off track here. I guess I feel very just like I need to just talk today. Because I keep trying to get back to the reading. I'm like, nope, there's just more to say. Also very Sag. Anyway, my point is, yeah, these experiences and relationship to this like toxic way of leading or controlling or wanting, even just like to like even playing out power dynamics, or people having their own agendas, right? That's just something that is getting worked out right now. Because it really comes down to this. It comes down to that. The only truth you really need is right there. And we know that. Like, a part of us knows that. Like, a part of us does know that. Sometimes it's easy to forget. Okay. Herbal astrology? Okay. Oh, handsome. He looks so regal right now. I wish I could take a picture. Because he's like a giant cat. He's giant. But the way he sits sometimes, you can really see it. And right now, his like, God, just the length of his arm. He literally looks like a panther right now. I've never measured his arm. I'm kind of curious. Like, just from looking afar, I'm not even exaggerating. Maybe like 8 inches? 9 inches? I don't know. He's a big cat. So happy to catch you live while I deep clean. He knows I'm talking about him. He just turned away so I couldn't see him. Anyway, sorry guys. Okay. Can I get a card for Sage? Oh. Rose with love. Oh, we love that. Oh. So we like to throw the word union around a lot. I'm also guilty of it. Can't lie. That devotion and commitment to self, devotion and commitment to spirit, that is what this is talking about. That is union. That's what union is. And obviously, yes, you can experience that in your external reality, but the root of it is all here. Always has been, always will be. It's just my lens. But that is absolutely what that's relating to and referring to. Talking about child of the cosmos. They said, I am the big cat in the house. It's interesting to see other people do it now. Oh, yeah. Can I get a card for Child of the Cosmos? I'm sure I'm not the first person to say this. I'm just like, again, I'm having a dumb moment here. The sense of purpose is your union with Creator. It's one and the same. And I'm like, duh. Oh my God, duh. Again, just another way to phrase it. But how much sense does that make? Again, I'm sure other people have already come to this conclusion. I've already shared this many a times over. Purpose is just your union with Creator. That's just what it is. Can I get a card for Child of the Cosmos? As we're literally like, I would say this is a card that absolutely represents that union too. Hearing someone yell outside. Try not to get too distracted by that. Let's see here. Yeah, Yarrow with harmony. Hold on. Oh, having their first awakening and suddenly heard the divine is reclaiming them, and then I got chills. I feel that way too with my fur daughter Alice, so regal like an Egyptian sphinx. She was also known as warrior princess of the universe. Oh, but what does the wanting want? Oneness. Nature, music, and the universe are the best. I feel a little high right now. Yeah, the energy is definitely like buzzing right now. They are becoming one with the creator through yelling. Anyway, sorry. Okay, Child of the Cosmos with Yarrow, harmony. This says it all. It's like we're talking about finding that, reclaiming. I'm gonna say reclaiming that truth of our own connection to creator and the peace that brings. The restoration, interesting. The restoration that brings. A very strong Ma'at energy going on there. I don't even think this is associated with Ma'at, but I'm just like, I'm feeling it so strongly. Yes, like this feels very Egyptian to me. Very, very, like I feel like I'm looking at a hieroglyph there. I wonder if that's what it is. Hold on. Sometimes the book will like reference things in the photo. Let me see. Latin, Greek, Chinese. Wow, no mention of Egypt at all. That's kind of shocking, actually. I'm like, if you're mentioning the Greeks and Trojan Wars, like, I don't know, I feel like Egypt should be in there. Even Chinese medicine, Native American practices. Nope, no mention of Egypt. That's very fascinating. Especially with the heron, because this is a heron. That bird is a heron. Which I know there are herons all over the world, but heron is also associated with Ra. I just find that interesting. Anyway, I had to look. All right, let's look at Wise One. I use different frequencies to help me stay in tune and not go back to sleep. Can I get a card for Wise One? St. John's wort with radiance. This is absolutely the energy of the sun, which is illumination. It's truth. It's new beginnings. It's also completion is what I'm feeling with that. Settling into this reclaiming, settling into this remembrance. Again, this is not going to be for everybody. But this new moon Sag, I think, is helping a lot of people with this right now. Okay. It resonates so much with the message I got. I'm almost crying. This is a huge shift in humanity. It's big, but I'm not gonna say but. I'm like instantly like bringing in the like reality of things. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful shift that part of the collective is going through. Just gonna say it that way. That part of the collective is going through. Ra himself being like, I'm not in the book. Well, because like it can't just be me. Like, I'm sure y'all feel that too, like the Egyptian vibes. I can't help but feel it. I'm like, and literally not a single mention. But the book literally did say that the bird is meant to be a depiction of a heron. Like literally, it said that explicitly. Yeah, like the magic of the white heron moves slowly with precision as you navigate emotional waters. Heron teaches us the power of self-reflection as a way to transcend judgmental projections and low self-worth. Yeah. I'm scanning again. I'm like, there's gotta be. Nope. Oh, this is weird. Okay, sorry. I think I should just read the description of Yarrow to you guys, because like I'm seeing weird things and I'm like, I feel like this needs to be spoken out loud. So I'm just gonna read the whole description, okay? I even hold the card up for you guys. The Latin name for yarrow comes with the hero of Greek myth Achilles, who was said to give yarrow to his soldiers to heal wounds and staunch bleeding during the Trojan War. Embraced back thousands of years in healing practices, including Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and Native American practices. In Spain, a 50,000-year-old Neanderthal skull was found with traces of yarrow in their teeth. Yarrow's historical use of a divinatory flower is extensive. In China, yarrow stalks are gathered and the straightest ones are collected for scattering to read the divinatory I Ching. This next line is kind of like is what threw me. Called devil's nettle or devil's plaything in European traditions, it was one of the herbs dedicated to the evil one and used for divination and spells. Like reading all the other ones, and then I read that and I'm like, like, it really threw me. Ruled by Venus, yarrow is said to provide relief from patterns of disharmony and help cleanse one of unhealthy sorrow or trickling depression. Yarrow embodies harmony, a key concept of Venusian symbology, the balancing force represented by Libra, one of Venus's rulers. It is an appropriate metaphor for how harmonizing yarrow is as a medicine. Venus, as the archetypal manifestation of beauty and aesthetics, also represents self-love, unity, and empathy. Let's see. I'm getting Chinese and Hopi off that card real hard. Yeah, Hopi, I totally feel you there. Totally feel you there. Yarrow 6. Who is the evil one? I know, I was like, all the other cultures were like this vibing the same with yarrow. And we got in the European traditions, they're like, evil one. It was like, I don't know when that took a turn. Okay. Anyway, just fascinating. I just wanted to share. Signs or elements today? Where are we at? Oh, we're already over an hour. Signs or elements today? Signs or elements today? Signs or elements today? Okay, we're gonna do signs. We're gonna do signs. Sorry, I'm just feeling things out. Hold on, let me write down the things for the timestamps. Ooh. It's interesting because I was like trying to feel it out and I kept seeing the symbol for Aquarius. And I was like, okay, that to me that says signs, but I'm like something about Aquarius here. Maybe that's a channel message for later today. I'm doing a lot of readings today. I'm also gonna try to do sign readings. And if Aquarius wants attention, so I think I just need to start with Aquarius. I like doing them in elemental groups though. I like doing that. Okay, then we're gonna do that. Okay. I'm not going to do like a elemental intro. I'm just going to go ahead with the signs. I'm going to start with air signs, okay? And I'm only going to pull, well, I'm going to try to only pull 1 or 2 cards. I'm going to try. Y'all know how I am. I'm feeling animals and tarot. Yeah. Okay. And I get as many looks as you do, probably. Well, you know, camaraderie in all of our bodily functions. Oh, timestamp will be good. I'm already like so floaty of like, what am I doing? Oh yeah, time. Time. Interesting why Aquarius wants to go first. Aqua, what's going on with Aquarius? What's going on with Aquarius? For those who are new, you can treat this as just like a current check-in, even if you're coming across this way later, or a weekend reading. Aqua, you wanted my attention, now you have it. Now I'm like, where are you? Are you doing an avoidant dance? Why do I feel like you're doing an avoidant dance? Yeah, it's aqua. There's a little bit of like this feeling, kind of Five of Swordsy, like you want something and then you pull away, and you want something and you pull away. It's like I keep getting the word avoidant. Can I get a card for Aquarius, please? Can I get a card for Aquarius, please? I feel like you're staring at something. You could just be reflecting, but I feel like you're staring, you're looking very closely, intently at something, a goal, a situation, like something you want, that you clearly want, but it's almost like you get close and then it's like you pull away, or like you really start looking at it and like something you're seeing about it makes you like recoil, that's a word for it, recoil. Can I get a card for Aquarius, please? You got 3. Oh, Aqua. No wonder you were like, me first. Okay, we have sea serpent, shark, and frog. That is absolutely what I was feeling, especially with shark being here. Shark is this perception of like the walls are closing in. It's this perception of like things are not safe, and it can create a lot of anxiety, while frog is like needing to let something go emotionally. Sea serpent is the sacral, which is a creative center, but it's also a center of desire, and that's literally what I was getting for you. It's like you're looking very closely at it, you get closer to it, and then it's like not safe, and it's recoil. It's recoil. There's something about whatever this is that you're wanting or desiring that it's like you can't help but get close to it, you can't help but look at it, even pursue it, and then once you start to really see it or it becomes very real, it's like it feels very freak out. Okay, no judgment. 9 of Swords and Justice. No judgment. For those who don't know what 9 of Swords is, it's anxiety. Okay, it's anxiety. So curious what this is that you want. Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius here? Show me a card for the sea serpent. Show me a card for the desire. What is Aquarius looking at? How to go pee? What are we doing? We're doing signs, and you literally just came in for the first one. We're doing Aquarius first. We got 2. I knew it. I knew it. I knew I felt that 5 of Swords. Oh, with the Tower, that's the reveal, or like getting really close and the freak out. That's what that is. That's what that is. Aqua, I think this is a pattern for you. I think you've experienced this many times, but something about this that's different with the Tower. I feel like you're getting clear as to why you recoil. I think honestly you're just seeing your own fear here. Can I get a card for the Tower for Aquarius? Aqua. Whoo, that made my stomach drop. Yeah, you're getting very clear as to why you recoil. And it's interesting too, because I feel like you've been close to this truth before. Whoever needs to hear this, because again, I feel like this has happened repeatedly. Like you get close to this, you look at it harder, it gets clearer to you, or it just almost becomes like yours, or it almost becomes embodied, and then you recoil back or you backpedal, right? But there's something about this time where you can't escape the truth of it as to why it creates this 5 of Wands response, this 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands response, why it creates this like in you. Talking about the 5 of Wands. We get the 5 of Cups. Talking about the 5 of Wands, because like literally we have 2 5s in the Tower. For those who don't know, 555 is a vibration to me personally for the Tower card, for that kind of vibration. And you literally have 2 5s here already. Can I get a card for the 5 of Wands, please, for Aquarius? Whoa. So very much in line with everything we were talking about already today. It reflects something to you about yourself that you're not at peace with. I know I don't need the cards, but man, when that happens, it's fun. 5 of Swords, Tower, 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. As I had already basically predicted was going to come out. 5, 5, 5, and the freaking Tower. I don't think I've ever seen this in my life as a reader, to be completely frank with you, Aquarius. Just a little crazy. I mean, talk about synchronicity. Yeah, it reflects back to you something that you have not made peace with, and it's rooted in the 5 of Cups. And I think once you see it, you're going to be on your way to that 5 of Cups frog energy, which means you're also going to find peace in it. The peace that you haven't been able to find in yourself, whatever that is, in relation to what you want and what you've been chasing, what you've been seeking, and then, of course, what it reflects back to you about yourself that hasn't been resolved. I'm just going to get one more for you. We have Queen of Cups at the bottom. Healing, reflection, yep, because you know the truth. Because you see the truth. Actually, I don't think we need to, but I will. Can I pull one more card, please? Just one more for Aquarius. Wow. Oh, Aqua. The Empress. The Empress is abundance. It's health. It's fertility. It's healing. It's like the hug of a mother, you know? It's all the feel goods. It can also be an expression of success, but it's also an expression of love, honestly. The Empress is very, very connected to her own source of love, which is Creator. It's everything we've been talking about. You're afraid of this energy. I gotta be honest. This is what scares you. You're scared of the Empress. And so in turn, some of you could get close to like other people who hold this vibration, and then that freaks you out. But honestly, that's what I'm getting. It's like there's something about the Empress that scares you. Maybe it's that level of love. Maybe it's that level of wisdom. I almost want to say wise woman here. It doesn't have to be a woman, but it's feminine energy, right? Because the Emperor is also very much connected to their own divinity, very much so. But the Empress is in full surrender and understands what it is to fully trust, right? And everything that we were talking about trust before. So that's what it is. Maybe you're afraid of your own femininity, regardless if you're a man or a woman. That could also be part of it. Very strong Venus energy here. Wow. Wow, we're off to an interesting start today. Huh, guys? Okay, let's move on to the other air signs. Libra or Gemini? Ooh. What's going on, Libra and Gemini? Is there something interesting going on between you two? Okay, we're gonna do Gemini. Yeah, there's something wrong with Gemini and Libra. I mean, grand air trine, right? It's happening between all three of them. Okay. Can I get a card for Gemini? What's going on with Gemini? Lots of bird energy. Oh my God. Could you be more, Gemini, could you be more Mercury? I feel like I just got flooded with like visuals of birds and wings. Your thoughts could be racing. Your thoughts could be racing, but I feel like there's like physical stuff happening. Hold on. Clyde, buddy. Hey, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No. Sorry. He's going to ask for my attention soon. I feel like you're physically doing things. You could just be very busy. You could just be very busy right now. I feel like you're doing a lot of talking, very typical Gemini, but I like the way those birds came in. It was like, oh my goodness. It's like, I feel like your mind is racing. Oh, Bubs. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Come here. Okay. Sometimes he just needs to be held for a minute. Better? I'm telling you, he's a big boy. Look at him. He's huge. Can I get back to work? Please? Please? Maybe? No? You guys get a little Clyde time. Sir Clyde making his appearance. I know, I know. Such a ham. And he knows it. I won't lie. I do spoil him. I can't help it. I can't help it. He's been so good to me. He's held shit down for a very long time for me. You want down? I feel like you do. Yep. Okay. Okay. Let's get back to it, Gemini. Yeah, Gemini's even with Clyde doing that, there's something I think that wants to be settled with your energy. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so very interesting. We have golden egg, which is the heart chakra. And like I said, I feel like there's a lot of thoughts going on. I feel like you're maybe you're just, again, really busy, doing a lot of talking. But the fact that this card came up, your heart chakra, right? It's like, I feel like there's a need to calm down a little bit. I feel like there's something going on in your heart space that's exacerbating. It's exacerbating the thoughts, probably also making you feel like you have to go do things almost to distract yourself. There's something going on in the heart space. I don't even feel like it's bad. I don't. I actually feel like there's something really good happening here. It feels really yummy. It feels very nourishing, actually. But I feel like it's doing this. It's exacerbating all of this. All right, let's pull some cards. For Gemini, it's funny because birds lay eggs. Other things do too, but it's literally in a nest. I'm like, oh, how interesting. Anyway, for Gemini. Yeah, okay. So for some of you, if you're having a lot of just fleeting thoughts, they're saying fleeting. So whether you interpret that as racing or not, they're saying fleeting thoughts. I want to say something is grounding. If you take some time to just sit and just kind of be, and you start to notice there's just a lot of randomness, I want to say it's actually a lot of information that's trying to settle. That's almost trying to be integrated, but you need to take time to sit with it. You need to take time to calm, but don't be shocked if, yeah, 4 of Cups, but don't be shocked if it's a lot of information or just a lot of thoughts until you get there. Anything else for Gemini? I have a feeling Empress is going to be coming out a lot. Venus and Capricorn is doing some interesting stuff too with this new moon that's actually really, really positive and really awesome. Okay, Empress. Yeah, you need to sit. The Empress sits a lot. She just does. It's not that she's lazy. She just knows what she's doing. Why do I feel like she's literally sitting on the egg? Incubating, right? Incubating the egg. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Gemini. Okay, I'm getting a couple things here. I'm getting a couple things here. I am getting the word gestation. It doesn't mean there's a pregnancy involved, okay? I just feel like with all the information that is flowing through you, you need to sit and gestate. You actually need to sit to integrate all this stuff, because I feel like it's culminating into some bigger truth for you, and to an energy shift for you as well. And I do feel like it is also emotional. And some of you, this is part of a clearing that's happening, but it's so interesting how it's coming through. It's all informational, which again is very Gemini. But to be in Empress mode, to sit and let this process happen. I almost want to encourage you to not be super busy, to not be running around doing everything under the sun to distract yourself. That's only going to actually bring in more information than I want to say you're ready for at this time. So this theme again, getting knowledge you're ready for versus knowledge you're not ready for. Yeah, it's time to sit, Gemini. It's time to sit. Another thing that I'm getting is that some of you, this might be someone around you, okay? If it's someone around you, you may be giving them a lot of space. Some of you are holding space for them. That feels very, what's the word I'm looking for there? Very supportive. That's very supportive, but that's kind of interesting to have that level of awareness, right? You could just know that someone just needs this. So you're supporting them in that whatever way you feel is necessary. Oh, buddy. He just tapped my foot. Anything else for Gemini? Wow. 10 of Cups. Geminis. You in a very interesting place lately, or today anyway. Um, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is experiencing your life and feeling very happy about it. Honestly, it's honestly what it comes down to. It doesn't always have to be about family. It is a family card. It can even be a partnership card. But it's not always about that. It's like you wake up and you're happy, you brush your teeth and you're happy, you eat and you're happy, you go to work and you're happy, and then you come home and you shower and you walk your dog and you're happy, and you go to sleep and you're happy. It's that kind of an experience. I feel like, Gemini, this is absolutely about being in your nest. Honestly, this feels like nesting. If you Like, if you are pregnant, you could be going through nesting, literally. Okay. Or, if your partner is pregnant, you could be nesting with them. But yeah, I'm literally getting all that bird imagery. You need to nest. Okay. You need to just nest right now. You need to just gestate right now. It's all coming together, whatever it is that you have been having your eye on, or whatever it is that's coming your way. It's interesting because I think some of you guys don't even know. So it's really strange, like, how to even talk about this. Some of you, it almost feels like preparing for something that's coming, but you don't even know what's coming for some of you. Some of you, this is just integrating certain information that's going to help you down the line with something that you desire and something that you want. Either way you cut it, it's a preparation, integration, gestation. Okay. Sometimes these reads be like this. And you need a nest. This also means making sure that you're containing your space. Not that you're like having such strong boundaries, you're pushing people away, but it feels very like mama bear all of a sudden, that you almost need to be mama bear with yourself while you're in this space. Okay. I'm gonna get one more. Can I get one more for Gemini? If we get the freaking Emperor, man. Oh, okay. It's about to be like Spirit. Queen of Swords. Yeah, interesting. This feels like a protector energy, and it landed like this. So I do feel like the Queen of Swords energy is like protecting the Empress energy. Some of you, it's like you are Queen of Swords and you're gestating into the Empress, okay? But some of you, this is someone outside of you, like helping you hold space for you, or giving you space so you can nest and gestate and integrate, okay? But a lot of you, this is you doing it for yourself. Yeah, very nice. Very interesting. Okay. Libra. What? You have something to say about Libra, Clyde? I love him. I'm not picking you up again. It's too soon. Okay. And you know what? It's interesting because I did feel something with Libra, and Queen of Swords is the Libra core card for Gemini. For Libra. Oh my God. In the Gemini reading, Queen of Swords is Libra energy, and I did feel something between Gemini and Libra. I don't know why that was so hard. Okay. Mercury retrograde. All right. Libra. Yeah, there's clearly a link here, because I feel that protective energy in your reading, Libra. It's the Venus energy. Yeah, agreed. Okay, if any of you are like, Gemini's deal with the Libra deal with the Gemini, I want to know your story, because holy crap, Libra, Scorpion. Normally this is like holding on to stuff that you're having a hard time letting go of. That's normally what this card represents for me personally as a reader, but I feel like territory. That's what I feel here. I like territorial. It's totally what that feels like to me for you. So you're feeling territorial right now. I want to get another card for you. Can I get another card for Libra, please? You got two. This is going to be an interesting reading. I think it's going to be a long reading, actually. We have Fire Ant. Fire Ant is 5 of Wands. This is buildup of tension, discomfort, anger, even. Sometimes Fire Ant can speak of competition, and it is my 5 of Wands card. So you could literally be like protecting something or someone from, or even yourself, from unwanted energies, okay? Unwanted competition, from BS, from bullshit, from anything that would disrupt the peace, which is very Libran. Okay? Yeah, okay, they said say it like that. You're feeling very territorial about protecting the peace, whether it's your own peace or the peace of a job environment, your home, a relationship. Maybe you just had a kid and you're very territorial about it, that kind of vibe. And then we have Buffalo. Buffalo is indicative of change and a tower that's happening. I want to say information, actually. This feels like getting wind of something, getting news of something, getting a message of something, and it makes you instantly territorial to protect peace. Buddy. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Why? Why? Why are you yelling at me? Why? Why are you yelling at me? Oh, do you want food? I think he wants food. Okay. I'll be right back and we will continue, Libra. Give me 1 second. Okay. There you go. Okay, we're back, Libra. Sorry about that. All right. Clyde is helping with the tough messages. Yeah, I was like, okay, buddy. All right, Libra. I am so curious, Libra. Like, when that buffalo hits, you're like, you're not going to fuck up the peace here. You're not going to disrupt me, my life, or my friends, or my family, but you're not going to disrupt shit. It's like, it's very territorial. Okay. If this is about anything outside of yourself, I won't lie, Libra. It almost feels a little possessive, maybe? Dare I say? Look what's at the bottom, the Ace of Cups. Whatever you're feeling so territorial about, again, even if it's just yourself and the peace of your own life, you got a lot of emotional stake in it, clearly. Your heart is in it. Okay. I'm liking this vibe. We have 9 of Pentacles coming out here. This is Virgo energy. 9 of Pentacles is independence, it's confidence, it's self-esteem, it's having resources available. It's a very, very yummy, solid, very solid position to be in. Okay? Very nice. Do you feel like that's very you? Page of Pentacles. I'm hearing consideration is the word that's coming through the Page of Pentacles. Consideration. So it seems like you're considering something. It could be an offer. It can be considering some new plans. Some of you, it's a new study or a new skill, but that's what I'm feeling here. It's like you're considering a pentacle. However, that pentacle has come about in your awareness, whether it's your own idea or it's presented to you. Some of you are looking at your finances right now and you're considering something with your finances. Some of you, it's purely financial. Can I get a third card? I'm like, when's that buffalo gonna hit? For Libra. It's taking an interesting turn. We have the 8 of Cups, which always goes to the 10, which is leaving something behind. But then we have the Queen of Wands. I feel like Queen of Wands is representing desire here. Whatever you're considering, it's about going to that Queen of Wands energy. Queen of Wands can absolutely represent a person, but it is also a symbol of power, a symbol of magnetism, a symbol of alchemy, a symbol of confidence, a symbol of passion, a symbol of desire. This is something you're considering. It's really interesting because like, even just looking at the contrast, right? It's like, I keep feeling this vibe of like, something is very solid and contained here. And this feels a little questy. This feels a little bit like kind of going from like sacred home and then needing to leave that in some way, shape, or form It's weird. It almost feels like leaving a state of like solid security, almost maybe too solid and like predictable, to something a little unknown, but you're following the Queen of Wands. And again, Queen of Wands can be a person. Tell me more for Libra. What's happening in this transition between the Pentacles and the Cups? What's happening in this transition between the Pentacles and the Cups for Libra? You feel very confident about it. Six of Wands. Six of Wands is victory. It's triumph. It's being witnessed. It's being recognized. It's accolades. It's actually a card of like winning, which does trump the Fire Ant. It trumps the Five of Wands. This is a move you know you need to make, and you feel very strongly about it. It's interesting because I feel like how fired up you are is actually really under the surface. Like, how do I want to say? Like all of this, all of that, there's a very like, I'm gonna go fucking do this. I'm gonna like handle this. Like, it's got that vibe, but on the surface you look very calm. It's like, on the surface you look very calm, very cool, very collected, very grounded, very sure of yourself, and you're just gonna go do it. But underneath, it almost has like a warrior energy. I gotta dig deeper into this, Aqua, excuse me. Maybe you're with Aquarius. Libra. Actually, show me the Queen of Wands. Tell me about this Queen of Wands energy. Eight of Wands. There's a lot of mystery around this, Libra. It's interesting because you have this protective energy about this, and even in the reading, it's coming across that way. Like, you're not, even in the cards, you're not revealing how you really feel. You're even keeping that under the surface. If any of you consider yourselves mystics or you like dabble in like energy work, you probably are actually cloaking what you're doing, or even cloaking yourself. Queen of Wands and the Eight of Wands, this is unstoppable energy, like inevitable. I think this is also why you feel so confident that you have to move in this direction towards the Queen of Wands, or as a Queen of Wands, like letting that be your motivating force. Because with the Eight of Wands, there's something inevitable taking place here. It's almost like the inevitable move that you're going to make, so you might as well make it now. It kind of has that feeling. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. I'm starting to get a little bit of that buffalo energy off of this. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. What's inevitable here? Well, there it is. You finally showed it. Ace of Wands and the Five of Swords. Five of Swords gets a rap for being the ego card, but Five of Swords is also an all or nothing. It's I'm all in or not at all. It is very much like, I'm going to put up a fight because I have to. It's very black and white, which is exactly how you were feeling. And I'm like, I know you're feeling that way, but why are you not showing it? And you finally just showed it. Five of Swords and the Ace of Wands, clarifying the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Wands. There's also a seven. There's a lot of fire here, Libra. There's also a Seven of Wands energy here between the 8 and the 1, which is fight. That's Mars Leo. That's bravery. That's courage, but it's a fighting energy. You're still not showing exactly what you're fighting for and what you feel you need to be all in about and even protective about. With the Seven of Wands and the Five of Swords, that's how that feels. But you know it's inevitable, and you know you have to do it, and you want to do it, even if it's for yourself. You're not showing me what it's about, and I think that's because you actually want to be hush-hush about it in your waking life. I still feel like you're like getting wind of something though with the buffalo. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get one card for the buffalo, then we'll move on. Since you're being so mysterious, Libra. Can I get a card for buffalo? Oh. Wow. So like clarifying the buffalo, those cards came out fast. Hierophant and the 10 of Pentacles. So with the buffalo, I kept feeling like information is coming through or news is happening or taking place. The buffalo is very tower-like. And what it's circulating around is Hierophant and the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you could be reading something or like watching something. I'm getting like online internet vibes. Could even be a text message, but it's almost like the information for some of you circulates around changes in society, and that prompts you to take action fast. for your own interests or for the interests of people you care about or someone you care about. Some of you, that's absolutely what it is. Like literally all the shit going on in media and the economy and politics and all that stuff. Some of you with Hierophant and Ten of Pentacles, getting two things here. The third one's kind of crazy. We'll get to the other one. We'll do the other one first. Ten of Pentacles and Hierophant could be family legacy and inheritance. Okay. You could be getting wind of something big happening in your family or shifting in your family that you feel like you need to like go charge in and almost want to say like rise to the occasion of leader to handle and take care of. Like almost like become head of family or just take the reins. It feels very much like taking control. The third thing, just calling a spade. Hierophant is a spiritual card. Hierophant is the high priest to the high priestess. Hierophant can be your own connection to source, your own connection to spirit, to creator, to God, as I said before. And you may literally just get a very specific download and you're like, oh, I gotta go now. Oh, I gotta do this now. And in relation to Ten of Pentacles, it could literally be about your future, your legacy, your sense of purpose, if you will, could even be something that would affect your material stability. But it's like, it's a very clear, like lightning bolt from source of like, oh, okay, got it. Going into action mode right now. Wow. Okay. So I was trying to put these cards back and I don't know why my left hand picked the card up off the top of the deck. King of Wands to the Queen of Wands, which is a true pair, but it also speaks to union of self and union with creator. Okay, moving on. Air signs, I feel like you took us all for a ride. Okay. Fire, earth, or water? Hey, Bubby, what you need now? Fire, earth, or water? I want to let a sign pull me. I'll just do the elements that way. What sign wants to go next? Leo. Well, of course you would, because Aqua wanted to go first. Okay. All right, we're going to do Leo, which means we're going to do fire signs. 52. Leo. What's up, Leos? Power of attorney. Yeah, that could absolutely be power of attorney. If you're catching the timestamp, we're talking about the Libra reading. Yeah, absolutely power of attorney. All right, Leo. Leo. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you. Leo. What's going on for Leos? Leo, you feel like you're simmering. I'm not gonna say brooding, but simmering. Oh, that's why you're watching. We have Fox. Fox is technically an earth element card, but to me it's very Gemini. It's also trickster medicine. But the Fox, the way that I'm feeling it here is just it's like watching and observing and taking in information. Very Page of Swords, actually. Very Page of Swords off this card today. This card can sometimes indicate a partnership is at play, not always. I'm just giving you the explicit meanings and what I'm feeling. And what I'm feeling, Leo, is that you are watching something, you're making sense of something. I don't think you like it. I think it's whatever you're coming into awareness of is really bothering you, but it's like you're doing the smart thing right now, and it's like you're just collecting the information. Can I get a second card for Leo? Oh, interesting. So I said you're simmering. I do believe in the book that the word simmering is actually used to describe this card. This is indicating you're feeling a lot. You're feeling a lot of things, but you're practicing like a mastery over it so you can do what you need to do strategically and just gather the information you need to gather. What is happening? What is going on? God, crazy reads today. Okay, Leo. And Any messages or insights for Leo? What's going on for my lions? Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like you're really quiet. Like, I feel like you're really keeping a lot in or to yourself here. But what you are, like, literally what you're witnessing, becoming aware of, is making you feel a lot. If anything, I feel like you're actually trying to hold back your fire element, your fire energy. I feel like you want to pounce, but you're like, no. Need to keep observing. Need to make sense of this. Leo. What's going on with Leo? What's going on with Leo? Oh my God, Leo. Oh. Feel for my Leos today. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. There's an Ace of Swords here, which means there's truth that you are witnessing, even though there's a lot of anxiety and fear here. You do know truth. You do know the truth. You are seeing the truth. 4 of Pentacles. This is a card of trying to like hold oneself. It's also a power card. It's also about saving money. But you're resisting, which is what I was getting. You're holding a lot of this close to you. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which means there's also an Ace of Pentacles at play. So Leo, whatever is going down, you know the truth. I don't think you have any doubts about that, but if you do, what you're witnessing, what you're aware of, it's true. It's something that makes you feel very unsettled, clearly, very unsettled. You may not even be sleeping very much, and some of you may be having trouble with finances. Hold on a second. I feel like you're also trying to hide the 5 of Pentacles. It feels very much like you're on the outskirts of something looking in. It has that vibe to it too. But again, this could be implications of finances. But there's an Ace of Swords and an Ace of Pentacles energy at play here. So truth and clarity, which I already guarantee you know the truth. The Ace of Pentacles, though. The Ace of Pentacles. That feels like an opportunity. Sometimes Ace of Pentacles can be about a lump sum of money, which again, maybe you are struggling financially. And maybe you're wondering how you're going to deal with that and how you're going to overcome that. But I feel opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles. You're waiting. I feel like you're waiting for the right moment. You're waiting, yeah, because I keep feeling like you want to pounce. You're waiting for the right moment here. Maybe to reveal what you know or to utilize what you know. I feel like you're waiting for the right opportune moment in the form of an Ace of Pentacles. I picked it up, and I won't lie, he kind of startled me. I was like, oh shit, I wasn't ready to see him. I wasn't ready to see that. Leo, I feel very tense in your energy. It's actually giving me anxiety. Any messages or insights for Leo? Tell me more of what's going on here. Can I get a card for what's going on with the Ace of Pentacles energy, this opportunity? I keep hearing you're waiting to pounce. Interesting. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. So this is about the opportunity you are waiting for. You're waiting to take action as a Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups doesn't always have to be romantic. I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be romantic. It absolutely could be. But Knight of Cups is Piscean. It's just about approaching a situation, people, or delivering information from the heart in a very honest way, in a very compassionate way, and sometimes a loving or healing way. With no agenda is what I just heard. Interesting. Because I'm like, you clearly have an agenda here. It's like, that's very clear. But they're saying with no agenda. But you're waiting for the right opportunity. I want to say to reveal what you know. To reveal the truth that you are, that you're taking in right now. But to deliver it softly, compassionately. To discuss it, to relate. Tell me about this Knight of Cups for Leo. Tell me more about this Knight of Cups. What information is behind the Knight of Cups? Really? Wow, Queen of Wands is getting around today. Okay. Okay. Knight of Cups with Death, the Queen of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. This does feel a little bit like a Lazarus. I'm not going to lie, Leo, with the Death card. Death card can represent like just changes. It's just change and transformation, but death and rebirth is part of that. Resurrection's a part of that. Lazarus, that's my reference for like coming back from the dead, essentially, with Queen of Wands and Six of Pentacles. Now, before I continue, I really want to emphasize this does not have to be a return of an ex. It does not have to be that at all. If anything, Leo, it feels like the truth that you're becoming aware of, and I just got to call a spade, it feels like a classic case of you don't know what you have till it's gone, is what this feels like to me. With the Queen of Wands, could this be a person that you want to have some sort of exchange with? Absolutely. It doesn't have to be that, though, because Queen of Wands can represent desire. And this could literally be like you're waiting for the right moment to act on what you want. And it's like a timing thing for you when you feel right to like bring back to life what you had once lost that you had a lot of passion for. Again, could it be a person? Yes, it doesn't have to be, especially because some of you, I feel like there's money involved here and you literally have the 4, 5, and the 6. This could literally be about bringing your own creative projects back to life or your own creative spirit back to life. But waiting for the right moment, because the truth, you know the truth, but you are struggling with the truth at the same time. Okay? The truth is you want this. It means a lot to you. And maybe you threw it away at once upon a time and you're like, damn, the truth is that was for me, or that made me happy, right? Whether it's a person or not. Because remember, something else about the energy that we're in is this like coming back to full circle of the truth of our golden child, the truth of our essence, the truth of who we really are and what we really want, and how they may have gotten misconstrued along the way. And I feel like you're having a moment like this here. Yeah, it does. It definitely does. It's like you don't know what you have till it's gone. And this is you taking your time to really understand that that's what you're feeling, to really like suss through like, oh no, that is the truth and that is how I feel. So waiting for the right opportunity to fix that, which is this. Okay. Wow. All right. Very big shift between yesterday and today. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Aries or Saggy? Aries. We're going to do Aries. Okay. Again, can't read my own handwriting. All right. Aries. What's going on for Aries? Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries, I'm feeling kind of ADD in your energy. Gotta be honest. I'm suddenly just like, even Clyde's like all like restless on the bed. Okay, so Aries, your energy's feeling a little scattered. What's going on? You're feeling like a Gemini today. What's happening? Aries, Aries, Aries. Yeah, I just feel scattered, distracted with you is what I'm feeling, Aries. Okay, maybe that's why. Maybe you're just out having a good time. We have Zebra. I like literally this is saying that you're in the energy of just being you. Okay? Literally. I'm just being me. I'm just at the whimsy of my whimsy. Is just like at the mercy of my whimsy. It's feeling very free and very fun. Maybe you're all about play right now. Or maybe you want to be all about play right now. It feels very much like I just need to like be me and just leave me alone to be me. Okay. Let's get some cards out for Aries. Actually, this is one of my Aries cards too, the zebra. Any messages or insights for Aries? Oh, wow. Aries. Well, first of all, showing up as the Emperor, which is one of your cards, feeling very much like yourself, as you do. With the Hermit, which is reflection and feeling some stuff out within yourself around Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. You are clearly thinking about a relationship. Is very clear to me. For some of you, it's a business relationship. Some of you, it's someone you live with. Some of you could be romantic, but it's a partnership first and foremost, whatever form it's taking on. And you are contemplating this. And I want to say you're contemplating it in terms of your own freedom and independence. Okay. Some of you could be wondering if a certain partnership, whatever partnership that is, again, family, business, or love, if this partnership hinders you or helps you. Does it hold you back in your own sense of freedom and independence, or does it help you be more free and more independent? This is what you're thinking about. Doing it more for Aries. What conclusion is Aries coming to? I keep getting this feeling with you like you just want to be free to be you and do you. Oh, Lordy, that's too many. Cards exploded when I said that. Oh, okay. Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. Aries, I want to say trust your instincts here. It doesn't, again, this is also part of the energy right now, doesn't make anybody a bad person, right? But with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords, I do feel like you already know how you feel. And I think you may be taking your time to execute that decision, okay? The Five of Swords, you're really feeling some kind of way about it. You're starting to feel a little edgy about it, and maybe even like a little bit of your ego and shadows kind of getting kicked up here. Seven of Swords, I feel like you are not being totally forthcoming about reflecting on these feelings, and maybe because you really care about this person, whoever you have this partnership with. Again, family, business, or romance, okay? But the Two of Swords, that's decision. And I think you're just not being super forthcoming about what you already know to be true and what you already want, which is you want to be a little bit more free. Okay. Tell me more for Aries here. Yeah. Yeah. Nine of Wands in the world. I feel like you want to jump through the world, but Nine of Wands, you're getting, it's almost like an anchor is around your ankle, and you're having a really hard time making that happen. Nine of Wands is my Wounded Warrior card. It can be resilience and stamina and all that beautiful stuff, but can also be tired and fatigued and dragged down and also defensive. It's almost like this energy is creating like a heaviness that like you can't even get through to the world. The world is about cycles and closures and openings and big life changes. And honestly, Aries, it's all circulating around this Two of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you want your freedom. You know your truth. But I think it's time to be honest about it to yourself and to whoever you're dealing with so you can jump through the world. Okay? All right. Moving on. Saggy. All right. Sag. How are my Saggies? Happy birthday, Saggies, by the way. Happy birthday. Oh, that was... Are you fast today? Oh, Sag. You and Libra. Okay, why is this coming up for Sag? Okay, I do feel like it's a little different than how it was coming up for Libra. So, Sag, I do feel like you're feeling a little defensive. Not quite in the way that Libra was. Libra was like territorial, protective, and I do feel like you have a little bit of that going on, but it's way more defensive than anything. Because I do feel like you're defending something that matters to you, but I can feel the defensiveness more than just protection here. Okay. You could be defending yourself, your truth, a truth, someone else, but you feel very strongly about it and you're not backing down. You're absolutely not backing down from it. Can I get a second card for Sagittarius, please? They're showing me the Temperance card, which is your card. I just heard soothe. Soothe. This may be a learning moment, Sag, of like soothing yourself, calming yourself down from this state. you may actually have an encounter with somebody where you get into this mode and like something soothing happens to pull you out of it. It just had that feeling of like calming a big bear almost, which I know is like, don't try that. Please don't try that. But you understand what I'm getting at. Yeah, you are feeling some kind of way with Elephant. Elephant's about breaking through walls and blockages and challenges. Sag, you could feel a little sensitive about whatever this is that you're feeling defensive about. I'm just saying it because I am feeling it a little bit here, and I do feel like it's leading to some sort of breakthrough. I do also feel with that defensiveness, you like, not that you're ready to go to war, but maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit, but I think something is going to start to soothe. Whether you start to do this for yourself or someone is like having this moment with you. Okay. Very interesting. I'm feeling breakthrough there. I am. I'm feeling breakthrough. Ooh. As we get Knight of Wands and Eight of Wands, Mercury, Sag. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius? Okay, this is interesting. So I just got picked up on a third group of you. Some of you may experience this breakthrough by someone not backing down to you. And it shows you something about yourself because someone else is taking a stance to you. It's not for everybody, but that's definitely a third group of how this could be happening. Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy. Well, winds of change, right? Ebb to flow, flow to ebb. Sometimes it can indicate luck and divine timing. I feel divine timing, actually. I feel a little bit of divine timing with this because it's such a breakthrough moment that you're having here, Sag. Whether it's the way I described in the ladder, right? Of like someone's not backing down to you and it's showing you something about yourself and leading to your own personal breakthrough of your own shadow. Or, right, happening in the other ways that I've described where like you're not backing down, but you're learning to like self-soothe a little bit to come down from that kind of reaction and handle something a little more smoothly. Or someone's helping to soothe you in the process and you're having a really beautiful moment with somebody. But either way, you're having a breakthrough. And it's about time. It's about time for it, okay? I feel like some of you are going to have a different relationship with your anger after this. Scorpion and Elephant for Sagittarius. Oh. We have Wheel of Fortune with the Four of Wands. I like that. Four of Wands can be about foundations and even like housing or collaborations, because it's also about people coming together. It could also be about, I think I said celebrations, like parties and things like that. But this to me just feels like stability, honestly. Like some form of stability is created out of this. I keep feeling it's because of a breakthrough. It feels like a coming to terms with things, but for some people, it's also coming together with other people because of this breakthrough. What else for Sag? Yeah, wow. So Sag, whatever the breakthrough is, I think you're only meant to know it because we have Death with the King of Pentacles and Justice. Death is indicating that breakthrough. I heard breakdown. Death is indicating the shift that's happening here through the Elephant in relation to this defensive response or someone like not backing down to you. And it is also in relation to you as a King of Pentacles, which I also think is kind of interesting. King of Pentacles is the master of the Ten of Pentacles, right? It's like he maintains the Ten of Pentacles. Well, he, she, right? Taurus energy. They are usually carry a lot of responsibility. A lot of responsibility. They deal with material matters, but they also look out for other people. It's just, I'm almost feeling just like a lot on the plate or living up to a lot. Interesting. Living up to a lot of expectation or a lot on the plate. That's what I'm getting with you as a King of Pentacles. This may be in relation to your breakthrough about yourself. Okay. And Justice. Balance is restored here because of this breakthrough that you're having. I feel like this breakthrough is happening in the house. Hang on with me. Meaning when this happens, you could literally just be at home. Some of you with the King of Pentacles and Four of Wands, you work from home. But they're saying in the house. It's like so specific. In the house, in the house, in the house. I just feel like it's happening while you are literally in your home. Okay? You're not out and about. You're not at a family's house. Like, you're not at a friend's house. You're not in a bar. Like, you know what I mean? It's happening while you are in the house. It's interesting. Your relationship with anger is going to change. Your relationship to this idea of living up to this notion of King of Pentacles, whether it's in terms of certain financial standing or status, whether it's in terms of responsibility. Some of you, it's about traditional, like, head of house stuff. And your own relationship to feeling powerful, where that really comes from and where you're really at with it and how that's going to change. Okay. Moving on. Big messages today. What do we have left? We have earth and water. Okay. Get a little, speaking of water, let me get a little sip of water. I feel like we're going with earth. Earth is feeling very, very strong today. Oh, splashing water everywhere. We're gonna start with Taurus. Okay, sounds good. Taurus. Taurus. I heard sanctuary. I feel like you're trying to maintain your safe space right now. Maybe a little bit of quiet time. It almost has that vibe of like, I'm gonna go outside and meditate. Please give me 10 minutes to go meditate. Like it's got that kind of vibe, Taurus. Not to say that's exactly what's happening, but that's the flavor here. I feel like you're trying to take moments. I feel like I've channeled this for you recently before, like sometime in the last week or two. You just need it. I feel like you just need a little bit more me time, but specifically quiet time, peaceful time. Fish. This is a card of flow. Getting a little bit of a psychic energy off of this too. You get a Pisces in your chart, not necessarily, but I feel like you're needing more time to like really feel something out. And I'm getting quiet, peaceful. Some of you could be feeling very strongly too, just about your experience of peace in your life. Libra had that as well. Your sister sign, your Venus sister sign. Anyway, but I do feel like you need it just for like some self-care and some like regulation of yourself. Honestly, that's just what I'm getting. It feels very much like needing to settle. Gemini had something very similar. So if you have Gemini in your chart, which you probably do if you're a Taurus sun, I would check out the Gemini reading because they had something similar. Yours feels a little bit more like, I need quiet. Gemini is more like, oh, I should sit down. But you're needing to settle. Can I get a second card for Taurus, please? The simmering card. Okay, Taurus, I think there's a lot going on with you emotionally that you're not letting on to other people. But I feel like you are trying to give yourself space and time to let those emotions settle in whatever way you need them to settle. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some tarot cards out. Don't see the fish often. I know, right? Yeah, fish doesn't come out that often. You know what else I haven't seen in a long time? The otter. I miss the otter. I like the otter a lot. I also haven't seen the swan in a long time. Interesting. Taurus. Why do you need to settle so much emotionally? What's going on with you? What's going on with Taurus, please? Might get the Four of Cups or Four of Swords. Fours feel big for you, Taurus. You might be seeing fours a lot. Oh yeah. Definitely watch the Empress reading. The Gemini reading. Yeah, Hanged Man and Empress. Venus energy, again, your energy, but Gemini had this and it was that same vibe of like sit, settle, just be for right now. With the Hanged Man also indicating that you really do need this kind of a pause or this kind of a timeout. You could even feel like you need to go on a little retreat or a little vacay. I'm seeing the Four of Cups and the Four of Swords. I don't know if they're going to come out, but that's what I'm seeing. And I do feel like you need a little bit of a retreat and just some space to just sit and woosah. Okay. What else for Taurus? Yeah, I want to say recharge even. I almost feel like you need a recharge in your own Venus energy. Like your Venus energy needs a recharge. Maybe you've been working a lot. Maybe you've been really just like exerting a lot of energy or showing up a lot for other people. Because yeah, this feels very heavy on the like, I need some self-care and I need it now. I need to be pampered. Like I need to be comfortable. And I need to be allowed to do that. Like it feels very much like that. What else is going on for Taurus? I feel like some of you are actually coming to terms with the fact that you want more support in your life, or in a certain situation or environment. Like, yeah, especially the Empress being here. Like Empress requires support and people provide that, or Spirit provides that. Three of Wands. Again, this like making sense of something. Three of Wands is a card of expectation, anticipation, being willing to take a minute to assess what's going on and what could happen in the potentiality of things. But it is expectation, it is anticipation here. I keep feeling Swords energy here, which I feel like you have been disciplined in not going there, but like I feel like something is getting clear in your mind's eye, I almost want to say, if you take this time out for yourself. Tell me about the Three of Wands for Taurus. Can I get a card for the Three of Wands? Yeah, Page of Swords. Yeah. Making sense of something. I keep hearing mind's eye. You could be having a lot going on with your ajna as well, or just like things coming to you in dreams, visually, downloads, intuition, all that stuff. But I do feel like this is your energy with the Page of Swords and the Three of Wands. It's almost like you need the self-care to get really clear. To get clear, to get recalibrated emotionally, energetically, mentally. And so you can see what's really available to you. Thank you. And to have realistic expectations of some things. Of how things are going to be moving forward. Oh, interesting. Yeah, having realistic expectations of how things will be moving forward, because whatever has been going on that's pushed you to take a serious time out here, I feel like has been imbalanced because it's putting you in a place where you need to restore your balance. So there are things that are changing in your life, Taurus, as far as like how you want to approach certain situations and how you want to navigate certain situations, and you want to be clear and realistic about it. Very interesting. Okay. All right. There you go, Taurus. Alrighty, Rue. Let's see. Let's go straight into Virgo. Just go in order. I always have trouble catching the seconds when I get this far deep into a video. Wait, is that 23? Yeah, that's 23. Okay. Virgo. Virgo. What's going on for my Virgos? Oh, again, lots of flowers. Talk about Venus. It's very, very feminine. Some of you guys could be wanting to spend time in the garden. It's not really the time of year for that. Well, I guess depending on where you are. Depending on where you are in the world and what your climate is like, maybe you are spending time in the garden. Virgo, I like your energy. I feel like you are like literally just being. I feel like you are taking a lot of time to just like appreciate and have gratitude. I want to say appreciate the beautiful things in life, even the things that make you happy, the things that make you feel at peace. It's a big theme here too with the new moon Sag. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling with you. You're feeling very much like a nurturing energy, but you're nurturing gratitude, beauty, peace. For Virgo. Not what I expected. We have Tarantula. Why is Tarantula here? You stopped. You stopped. You stopped. So I think you have been in a Tarantula energy, and if you guys are still in this, for those who don't know, Tarantula is tense. It's tension. It's stress. It's like a Two of Wands. It's being at a crossroads. It's feeling like a tug of war within yourself, okay? Even if you're still in this, I think you're about to shift out of it. By coming back to gratitude, by coming back to peace, by coming back to beauty, and not to be cheesy, but even coming back to love. This is coming back to source, right? Actually being reminded about this. This is also very Virgo-like with Sage and Rose, the being devoted, committed, and love. That's what I feel like is going to pull you out of the Tarantula if you're still there. But I think a lot of you have found your way out of that. Can I get a second card for Virgo? Fish. This is finding your way out of it. So you and Taurus are both utilizing this vibration of flow and presence. A little intuition going on there too. That's going to help get you out of the Tarantula if you feel like you've been struggling, stuck, stressed, or feeling like you can't make a decision about something or make sense of something. Okay? All right. Virgo. I'm hearing responsibility. Sag had this, I was like, I literally just said these words not that long ago. Sag had a similar thing come up with a responsibility. Yours may be a little different. Because I'm feeling like with you, Virgo, it's responsibility and accountability. Well, if we're going there, to the reality you create. Right? We all have that. Some of us are not aware. Some of us are. You may be reflecting on what has taken you away from those feelings of gratitude, of beauty, of appreciation, of presence, of love, and you are looking at them, evaluating them, and I think this is also what's helping you transition to the fish. I'm feeling a little bit like looking at it from a bird's eye view of how you have been culpable in some of these experiences that have taken you out of that peaceful vibration, okay? Anything else for Virgo? And I do feel like relationships are part of this too, Virgo, just speaking honestly. Gotta call a spade a spade. I'm feeling a little blame game going on here. For some of you may have had someone bring this to you. Some of you may have brought this to another person, or maybe everyone engaged in it. Getting like a Five of Swords energy there. Again, just recognizing the culpability and accountability in that. Not for everybody, it's just what I'm feeling. Anything else for Virgo? Well, there's that Two of Wands. King of Wands and the Two of Wands. So again, I think you're going to shift out of the Tarantula energy, which is shifting out of the Two of Wands. I'm feeling like while you're in the Tarantula space, you're here, okay? Strong Aries, Leo, strong fire. I'm hearing hard pressed. That's what I'm hearing, hard pressed. This is feeling hard pressed to choose a path, to commit. Interesting. King of Wands is normally just taking action, but I'm hearing to commit, to make a choice. Some of you have felt a deadline or a time pressure, and I feel like you're going to realize you've been doing this to yourself, that no one can make you feel this way. I feel like there's a self-imposed, I need to do this by this time, or I need to commit now, or I need to make this decision now. It's like, it's a little stressed out. It's a little stressed out, and I think you're going to pull yourself out of that. Tell me more for Virgo. Yeah, because what's the expectation here? That's almost what I want to ask you. Like, what is the expectation? Because I don't see it in the cards. I'm just feeling it. And I keep wanting to say, like, you're imposing that expectation on yourself when you don't have to. When you don't have to. I keep feeling that. Virgo. The King and Queen of Wands are coming out for everybody. Jeez. I did say I feel like for some of you there was a relationship involved in this. This can allude to that, but I don't think that's all of why they're out here, because there's a lot of Reminders this week about union of self, which the King and Queen of Wands would totally show that. Words are getting hard. Sorry, guys. But some of you, this literally could be about there was some sort of split between you and another person. Like someone decided to go the other way, and then you're feeling pressed to make a choice, like either to follow the same path or diverge. I want to say some of you already diverged. The fire is crazy. I mean, look, because they both hold the wand. The king is holding one and the queen is holding one. The two of wands is making a decision, right? So yeah, some of you definitely there's been some sort of divergence or it's about to happen and you know it. And that could be applying the pressure. I want to say don't feed the competition monster. Wow, I just saw the 5 of Wands. Did you hear that wheezy laugh? Don't feed the competition monster. Just because someone is choosing a direction doesn't mean you need to catch up to them. We're all on our own journeys. Yeah, do not like, oh yeah, some of you, this is part of it. Stop making decisions about your life because of what other people are doing. Right? Remember, we're all in our own individual journeys. And I know it's very tempting to like compare where you're at to other people. I get it. It's part of human nature, but it's so misleading because one, time is not linear and everybody comes into their own shit in their own time when they're meant to, and even lose shit when they're meant to lose shit, right? Just because someone looks like they're ahead of you or it looks like someone is like deeper down a road or whatever, it means nothing for your own journey. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Nothing. Because you have no idea what their journey entails or what it entailed up to that point. Even if you are close to them, we're close to them, it don't matter, right? That is an illusion. Do not feed the comparison competitive monster. Don't do it. It's just going to make you crazy. And I think this is something that some of you are becoming aware of. Let's continue. Yeah, beautiful. We have the star. Star is a very healing energy. It's a very peaceful energy. It's also wish fulfillment. Sometimes it also alludes to like coming into certain information, and it is Aquarian. Your path, your dharma, all of that is yours. Nobody can take that away from you. I want to address something here because it's coming up and I'm like, oh, maybe this is something that's in your awareness. This is my opinion. Doesn't mean it's true. I think it's true. This is my opinion, right? Nobody can destiny swap with you. It's like literally I heard that phrase and I'm like, I wanted to roll my eyes the second I heard it, like in this reading. Nobody can. Nobody can. I don't know why this is even a thing. Maybe some of you guys are worried about that. Your journey is yours. Your essence is yours. Your life is yours. Do you think anyone is more powerful than the creator? Like for real. Like, do you think anybody is more powerful than the creator to manipulate the fabric of all that is? No. Sorry, don't mean to laugh at it, but no. It's not, just don't even feed that monster either. Sorry, got a little irritated. Okay, anything else for Virgo? Anything else for Virgo? The quicker you come back to yourself, the quicker you're going to feel at peace and you're going to feel good and everything's going to make sense, okay? Sorry. Whew. A little sacred rage coming out there. Anything else for Virgo? Be brave. Be brave, Virgo. Be brave. The other thing about the Strength card is this is about a balance of all of you, right? And it's actually, in a way, it kind of is a card of union if you think about it, because the lion is like, represents our like inner animal, inner devil, if you will, our impulses. And the Empress, right, is this more aware, knowledgeable being, but we are both, and it is about the balance of the two, which is why it's a card of strength and willpower and all of that. Um, yeah, be brave and get back to yourself and tame your fears. Okay? Tame your fears. Capricorn. I'm sorry, that one really that really annoyed me. Okay, Capricorn. Cappies. And then we'll do water. Water signs be last again. Sorry, I just go with what feels right. And it's always a reason. It's always a reason. Usually the last ones are a little cray-cray. Although these have been pretty cray-cray today. Okay. Capricorn. 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 What's going on with Capricorns? Not to be stereotypical, but you're feeling very studious right now. I feel like you're feeling pretty good. I think you're feeling very centered. You may be just kind of getting excited that we're getting closer to your solar return, like your season. I feel like you're literally like, you're enjoying yourself, but you're also like I feel like you're doing stuff in your head of like, did I do this? Did I do that? Well, that needs, but you're at peace. You're kind of in your mojo is what I'm getting, Capricorn. Some of you have really slowed down. We are in holiday season, at least here in the States. And for, well, most of the world, we are gearing up for holiday season anyway. So you could also be getting into this mode of like, I want to say your end of the year things. It's like, so it's very Capricorn, maybe a Virgo in your chart too, but it's very Capricorn. You could be like, oh yeah, taxes and then time off here. But then if I do this and then I got to do that, but I want to have this done before I do this. It's like your routine, your end of the year routine is what I'm feeling with you. Ooh. Cappies, we have unicorn. Do you even know this is about to hit you? I don't think you do. I don't think you know this is about to hit you because I feel like you are feeling good and you're feeling chill, but I feel like you're in your normal like flow for this time of year. And you're just kind of, I do feel like you are in a little bit of 3D land, but you're feel good. Unicorn is Ajna. Unicorn is third eye energy. I don't know why that sounded so weird when I said that. Unicorn is believing the impossible is possible. It is very etherical, very cosmic, very high vibrational. I don't think you know this is about to hit you. I don't think it's going to disrupt you, but it might surprise you. Okay. I want to choose my words carefully here. I'm getting 2 experiences with the unicorn. I feel like you're gonna have a moment, Cappies, and like it's interesting it's coming up now because I'm hearing December, which I guess we are technically at December. I keep forgetting where we are in the timeline. For some reason, I thought we were somehow in the beginning of November. I don't know why. Maybe you're having some weird time stuff. We all are, but I want to say your season. I want to say your season is when this energy is going to hit you, but maybe it's going to be in that weird like last 10, 11 days of December. It's definitely sight. I want to say recognizing your own inner unicorn. Some of you, it's actually a person. Reflection, mirror. These are current themes right now. But there's something about your season that I feel like there's going to be a full experience of this unicorn energy. Yeah. I'm trying to dig deeper into this. It feels very mysterious and elusive. Yeah, I keep hearing reflection. Reflection of truth. Again, this is a common theme right now, but I keep getting your season. Can I get a second card for Capricorn? Oh, you got 2 more. Let's see what you got here. Oh, we have Rabbit and Cheetah. Rabbit in this deck is usually a card of fear and hypervigilance. Usually rabbit as a medicine is also like fertility and abundance, very Empress-like, but in this deck it is about fear and hypervigilance, and I always feel that with this card when it comes out. Cheetah is the masculine, the yang principle, and it's very 8 of Wands. To me, it's unstoppable. I'm like, I feel like you're chilling doing your thing, and then like the unicorn energy catches you by surprise and feels very much like cheetah catching their prey a little bit. Like, not in a way like something's coming to get you. I don't want to like scare you, but it's like the rabbit getting freaked out because suddenly a predator's right there. It's like it's that kind of like being caught off guard. I don't think it's going to disrupt your life. I don't feel like it's that big, but like it's shocking. It's shocking. It is. It's shocking. And it just catches you off guard. And I feel like it's something about truth and what you can see about yourself. And for some of you, there's another person involved in this that's helping you with this. They may be activating you. You could be activating somebody else in this truth. Oh, my left eye just freaked out as I said that. All right, let's get some cards here for Capricorn. Any messages or insights for Capricorn at this time? For Capricorn. What? Oh, wait, I'm so intrigued. I'm so intrigued, Capricorns. Nine of Swords at the bottom. Again, I don't think this is like throwing your life upside down. That's not how this feels. It just feels like something you're seeing in the realm of like third eye, right? It's like intuition, psychic sight, truth. It's just shocking you. I haven't done water yet. I'm about to do water after Capricorn. And it is catching you off. It's like sneaking up on you. For Capricorn. Yeah, see? Busy doing your thing. That's exactly what I was feeling with you. Eight of Pentacles. Very much Cappies doing their thing, tending to their things, making sure things get done. Just at work, whatever their version of work is, even if it's just like daily shit. Like, this is Virgo energy. This is very much what I was feeling for you in the present moment. Like, you're just doing your thing for the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. What else is going on for Capricorn? Two of Wands coming out for you guys. Virgo also had Two of Wands, which I was kind of feeling Virgo energy with you. You could have Virgo in your chart, obviously, so just pay attention to that if that's the case. But we have this Two of Wands showing up while you're just kind of doing your thing. I don't feel a lot from this Two of Wands other than just like you're making certain decisions because you're like tending to your lists, you're tending to your tasks, tending to work, tending to finances, as you Cappies do. And it's helping you to solidify your next year. I literally feel like this is your end of the year stuff. And you're happy to do it. Very mundane. But it's helping to solidify the direction of your next year. Okay. What is catching you off guard? I want to know. I'm feeling nosy in your energy, Cappies. Feel very nosy today in your vibes. Okay. Here you are, Cappies, King of Pentacles, very you. It's Taurus, but very you. And the King of Swords, Aquarian energy. You could have Aqua in your chart. You could be a cusper. So here you are showing up as two kings. Could also be a Gemini, not necessarily. But this is you in your normal mode. The King of Swords is telling me this is you coming to some sort of awareness, okay? King of Swords is also mastery of air, so mastery of truth and logic and strategy. And again, some sort of truth is catching you off guard. And I feel like it's coming through as the King of Swords. Tell me about the King of Swords. We still have Nine of Swords at the bottom. Tell me about King of Swords. Oh, Jesus. Two of Cups. Okay. Two of Cups. Could somebody be catching you off guard? Sure. I did kind of already get this feeling of like there's some sort of reflection going on with you and another person. And this kind of screams that. Two people looking at each other, both holding a cup. That is very reflection, right? Very, very reflection oriented. Two of Cups can also represent union of self, which is a huge theme right now as well. But that's how this shit happens though, right? Yes, it can be a completely internal experience. But sometimes when we deal with other people, that is how we come into union with ourselves. And I feel like someone's reflecting something back to you. Tell me more about the King of Swords. Wow. 10 of Cups. So this is a truth that is somehow sneaking up on you. I still don't see the sneak up factor other than the cheetah and the rabbit. But 10 of Cups, that is the experience of a very, very happy life. You wake up, you're happy. Go to sleep, you're happy. Everything in between, you're happy. 10 of Cups can also represent family life, but the 2 and the 10 indicate there's an 8 of Cups there, which means some movement needs to happen in order to get to the 10 if you have the 2 and the 10 showing up. This may be the truth that's catching you off guard, that there may need to be a big shift for you in order to experience the 10 of Cups and what the 10 of Cups is for you. That's what yeah, okay, thank you. This is you coming into the awareness of what the 10 of Cups experience is for you. And maybe you thought it was going to be different. And you're like, holy crap, that's not what it is at all. That's not what it is at all. Oh, Cappies. This might be a typical Cappy reading. That it's not about the Pentacles, it's about the Cups. It's not about the tasks. It's not about what you do. It's about what you allow yourself to experience. Okay, might be kind of life-changing. I thought it was going to be some kind of minor thing. I'm like, oh, I see it. It's like, we all need this. We all need this. We all need this in our lives. Yes, practicality, being on top of shit, it's very necessary. That's not what makes happiness. That's not what brings joy. That's not what brings love, right? Material things are great to have to make life easier, but that doesn't bring happiness. Cups bring happiness, connection, experience. This is what you're becoming aware of. I'm gonna get a couple more cards here. Yeah, okay, now we're getting deeper in this Capricorn. I think most of you are having this I almost want to say breakthrough experience because of someone you interact with or someone you're watching. I say watching because King of Swords can also be very observant. That someone is showing this to you. That someone lives their life that way, maybe. And you just get it. You're getting it. Tell me more about this King of Swords. The truth and the clarity. Tell me more about the King of Swords. Ooh. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords can be fear. It can be denial. It can be not seeing something because you don't want to see it. You mean nobody's going to knock on my door and love me just for being productive? No. I mean, maybe if they work for you. Maybe. Even then, probably not. Anyway, sorry. 8 of Swords coming out. Yeah, this is a truth that I think you probably have felt, but for some reason it's just like it's clicking into place. But I keep getting it's because I think you're seeing this in someone else. Like someone is the walking example of this. Actually, talk about the 2 of Cups. Let's look at the 2 of Cups for Capricorn. Look at the 2 of Cups for Capricorn. Wow. Look at that. Okay. This is so fascinating. And you may be doing this for each other. So this is where I'm like, okay, this is getting the reflections. My God. It's almost like one of you fully embodies the pentacle, which I think is probably you, and the other like fully embodies the cups. And you're teaching each other, you're showing each other, you're reflecting this back to each other. Amazing, Cappies, amazing. So you could actually be showing someone how to be more like practical, more grounded, more on top of their shit. And they could be showing you how to just like embrace more just being, okay? Absolutely, this can result in you becoming more balanced in both of these realms and both of these elements of your life, leading to just more peace, right? And more joy. Some of you, this could also absolutely be an awareness you're coming into also what you can experience with another person, where like maybe you can see how you can work really well with another person to help each other create these things in each other's lives, whether that is a business partnership or romantic or friends or otherwise. Inspirational is what I heard. Inspired partnership. Okay. Wow. All right. Water. Last but not least, we're almost there. Almost there, guys. Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio? Oh, Pisces. Okay. All right, Pisces. We'll do you guys first. Wait, you lucky little devil. Marcy, you're so funny. I mean, guys, Cappy's been through it. Think about it. Like, Pluto's been in Capricorn since 2008. Right? It's like, Cappy's been going through some shit for a while. All right. I mean, we all have, but you know what I mean. Pisces. Little fishy fishies. How are my fishy fishies today? How are my Pisceans today? Are you guys feeling good? I hope so. You usually feel good. I mean, like, I feel like Pisceans are some of the most chill people. Like, high expression Pisces are some of the most chill people I've ever met. I had to be very specific with that. Pisces. Oh, coughing didn't really start till now. Oh, is this gonna be a thing for water signs? Communication? Is that gonna be a thing? Pisces. 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 Hold on. Actually, let me clear the energy a little bit and then we'll get back into it. I just feel like we've read a lot of energy today. Okay. Pisces. It's interesting what they're showing me. They're literally showing me like very stereotypical, like medieval adornments of royalty, like very stereotypical. There's something about that I'm like, it feels kind of cheesy. I'm like, what is that? Almost like they're showing me how like over the top someone is or something is, and you're seeing it. I don't think this is you. I think this is something you're witnessing. I think this is something you're realizing. Like grandiose vibes, arrogant vibes, Delulu vibes. You're just becoming very aware of this around you, maybe even within yourself. Okay. Okay. We have sea serpent, sacral chakra. This is sexual energy, it's creative energy, and it's creative expression. I keep feeling like water signs. You're going to have a lot of throat stuff today. Expression. I feel like you are definitely wanting to just enjoy yourself, wanting to just enjoy your own creative expression. It's like, it's very simple, but this like, this grandiose vibe, this Delulu vibe is bothering me. And I think it's bothering you too. Thank you. Some of you, it almost feels like you're restricted in doing this because this energy is around you or it's in your awareness. I just keep wanting to say it's in your awareness, however it's coming through. Whether it's you, something you're witnessing, or maybe you feel like you can't really express yourself the way you want to because this energy is like around. Like, I know I already said that. There's another way to say this. Like if you do, you won't be acknowledged. You won't be recognized. You won't be seen. Because the way people normally express themselves in whatever facet you're trying to express yourself, people are delulu about it. It's like literally how it's coming through. So many of those guys, this could be like acting, for example, or modeling. Anything with social media really could be wrapped up in this. Podcasting. Like there's something you want to do and you like feel inspired to do it and it feels good, but I feel like you stop yourself or maybe other people stop you because of this like Delulu mindset. I keep wanting to say delusional. Yeah, Delulu mindset. That, oh, it can't be that way. It's got to be this way, that way, the other, or like everyone does it this way. This is just the way. And it's Delulu. I just keep back to that and you know it. So it's discouraging. It's discouraging. Anything else for Pisces? Because this is the I was gonna say, because this is the sacral, this could even be about like sexual energy and relationships too, where like maybe you want to like engage more in that aspect of your life, but like there's all these preconceived notions that are crazy and distorted, as we all know, right? Who wants to date? Dating's awful. Anyway, sorry. Cosmic Egg. Cosmic Egg coming out with Crown Chakra. To have only chakra cards, Pisces, how more Piscean can you be? The Cosmic Egg, excuse me, is all about reaching this like pinnacle of growth, like a climax in your own growth, and when things are about to turn over, when there's about to be a big change going on. And I feel like it is in relation to whatever way you want to creatively express yourself. And I keep getting it's very creative, it's very artsy, it's like maybe even kind of Leo like, where maybe you are going to be seen in some sort of way. But I want to say you've like really resisted that, or you've suppressed that, and you're realizing you shouldn't anymore. Even if other people are delulu, you can still embrace that part of you. You can still express yourself in that way. They're bringing me back to like, it doesn't have to be a certain way. I know I've said this a lot, but like, I think this needs to be repeated a lot. And maybe you're also going in circles within yourself about this as well. Because like, even though you know that, because there's probably been so much emphasis on like, don't do it that way, that maybe you've even forgotten on some level that, I'm trying to think of an example here. So let's say it's acting, for example. Like you could do community theater and have fun because it's about the fun, right? It's about the fun. Or you could find like little side jobs that just make you happy, right? Or maybe you can get into like the other sides of acting or teaching or whatever, where it doesn't have to be like, I'm going to go be a celebrity, or I'm going to have a social media and I'm going to get headshots and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Like all of that other crap that goes along with it. It's just an example. It can be whatever you want it to be. Thank you. Like, I know that's the easy way of saying it. It can be whatever you want it to be. And it really is just that simple. It's just that simple. Some of you guys may be considering like getting involved in like more of a public sphere, like YouTube, for example, or social media. And you could be, you know, hearing all the things that, oh, you need to have the equipment and the algorithms, and you better make sure you have a website, and then you got to make sure you do this, and you got to make sure you do that. It's whatever you want it to be. Okay. Okay. All right. Even if it's about a relationship. A relationship is basically just whatever two people agree on it to be, right? And that's it. That's all it has to be. It's all it ever is, actually. Anyway, all right, let's get into the cards, Pisces. I keep feeling that Delulu vibes. I don't know, it's just like the way they're showing it to me is like so comedic. Like they're literally showing me like people wearing like what you would think like Halloween medieval royalty costumes would be like, but like the cheesiest ever. And it is, it's making me laugh. Okay. Yeah, Pisces. Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands. You know what you want, go do it. Just do it. Again, Three of Wands, I mentioned earlier, can represent expectations and anticipations. Sometimes it can also represent pessimism. I find that Pisceans are relatively optimistic, relatively, depends on other things. But the fact that Ace of Wands is in this position, it's like you're sitting there and you're like wanting to chase the wand, which is your own sacred flame, your passion in the sea serpent energy to create, to express, to live, to experience in whatever way you want. So do it. Just do it. That's all I want to say to you. Just do it. Make it happen. Anything else for Pisces? Ooh. Oh, we have Three of Cups and the Six of Cups. Something else that's part of this is definitely nostalgia. Nostalgia. Yeah, Pisces, I feel like whatever this passion, your sacred flame is, the thing that like really lights you up to like live life, I think it's something you definitely tried to indulge in the past quite a bit. And maybe there were times where it was good, and maybe there were a lot of times where it wasn't, but it's time to resurrect that. It's time to resurrect that. Six of Cups doesn't always have to indicate the past. It can also indicate this recognition of a soul experience, okay? Let me think another way to phrase that. This recognition that your soul is feeling stuff, Okay? That your soul's like, yes, please. Yes, that thing. Can we please? It's like I'm getting a very like excited inner child now. Your inner child could be very wrapped up in this as well. Three of Cups is celebration and rejoicing and sharing with other people. I think this is very clear to you, Pisces. I think this is very, very clear to you. Uh, Again, some of you, this could absolutely be about a relationship, which doesn't have to be sexual or romantic. It could even just be friends, like long lost friends, and wanting to rekindle that even. Because Three of Cups is more friends to me than anything, but it is also the reconciliation card. So I just have to be upfront about that. Anything else for Pisces? I'm loving this for you. Just go do it. Just go do it. Anything else for Pisces? Oh, Lordy. Are we seeing some of the friction? I know I saw the Seven of Wands. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Seven of Wands. Ooh. With the Four of Wands and the Fool. Just go do it. The Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands are all wrapped up in the Wands over here. 7 minus 4 is 3, which is we have 4 minus 3 is 1. So like all of this is tied in that 7 and the 4. Don't let anything stop you. Be the Fool. Go for it. Whatever it is, go for it. No reason not to. From what I'm seeing, no reason not to. Okay. All right. Oh, crap. Crap. Oh, I see what I did. I was like, I didn't write down Virgo. I did. I wrote it in the Scorpio spot. I was like, what just happened there? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm like using a very tiny piece of paper. So, all right. Cancer or Scorpio? Scorpio, you feel hesitant. I feel like you're hiding. Shocking. Cancer. Let's do Cancer. I'll come back to Scorpio since you guys want to hide under a rock right now. Okay. Be all secretive as you guys do. Cancer. What's going on for my Cancerians? Cancers, I feel like the readings I've done for you in, I don't know, however long, recently, have been very nice. So I'm very excited to see what comes up for you guys. Cancer. Cancer. Any messages or insights for Cancer? Okay, I don't even, like, I'm like, oh, this is like weird, kind of weird. So they definitely showed me a goblet. And I was like, okay. So I kind of took that as the Ace of Cups. But then I heard Green Goblin. I was like, I don't know what that's about. I don't even know. Why is that a thing? I think the color green is probably very significant for you, but like, I don't know. Green Goblin, that was weird. I feel like that's got to be for like one of you as a confirmation of something. But green, I think green is a really powerful color for you right now. I think you're feeling those vibes. Green to me says health, stability, peace. I don't know if I said health, but health. Maybe some of you guys are getting on top of your health. Maybe something in your life finally feels healthy. Maybe you finally feel like you're in a healthy place. Yeah, they're really emphasizing health. So let's see. We have 2 animals. Ooh. We have a lion and moth. Look at all the little green and yellow going on here. I love these 2 cards together. See, your readings lately have been so like, Lion is like King of Wands to me. That is a mastery of fire. That is a mastery of your own energy, time. You know when to take action, when not to take action, and you're not going to get impulsive. You're not going to get overly excited. You're just going to know and flow with that. I'm feeling very like healthy masculine here. And then Moth. Moth is a card of attraction. It's also very kin to the 8 of Wands in a way where it's inevitable. There's an inevitable attraction, magnetism, or something happening. Something is at play, and you know it. You know it with the lion. So I feel like you're just flowing with it. You're literally just flowing with the inevitable. I love this on you, Cancer. You may have strong Leo in your chart as well, especially if you're a Cancer sun. So you're enjoying the ride. You know something's happening. You know something's coming together, and you're just enjoying the ride. And you are taking action when you need to. It's very simple and very pleasant and very nice. Okay. Let's get some tarot cards. I am getting like definitely some sexual energy going on in here, Cancer. But sexual energy doesn't always have to be sex. Sexual energy is creation energy. I can't talk all of a sudden. I'm sorry, guys. Sexual energy is also just creative energy, right? It's literally just like the engines are revving and we can get productive. We can put that energy into something else. We can build on something. It doesn't always have to be about sex. Okay. Some of you are in manifestation mode for sure. God, I almost feel like you're a fire sign right now, Cancer. Yeah, I'm getting strong fire. Aries, Leo, Sag. I can't, maybe a little Sag in there. A lot of fire. I'm just saying a lot of fire with you. I can't believe how fast these cards came out. Cancer. Look at you. Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups, which is the Cancer court card. This is a lot of feeling, a lot of reflecting, and a lot of being with oneself as far as like union of self. But this is also about connections that you're feeling very emotionally connected to. Okay. Yeah, this feels good to me. Sometimes when these cards come out, especially with the Queen of Cups, sometimes Queen of Cups can be a little too, what's the word I'm looking for? Too reflective, too introspective. Sometimes the shadow of Queen of Cups can even be like emotional attachment to the point of like codependency. I don't feel that at all. I just feel like you're really enjoying being with yourself and you're really enjoying nurturing relationships that nurture you. You're just in flow right now, Cancer. You're just in flow. Oh. Why is this here, Cancer? Why does this feel like a fly in the ointment? Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Dissipating, dissipating, dissipating is what I'm hearing. Dissipating. You've been dissipating some fears recently. And it feels like a slow disintegration. I want to say like the swords are slowly melting away. I don't think you've had anxiety, but if you've had any like little doubts or little anxieties, I'm getting like Six of Cups. I think they're probably part of your patterns. I think they're probably part of like deeper things that will probably always be there and just come up from time to time. Because I don't think you're scared. I don't feel like I don't feel that at all. Thank you. Because you are observing them as the Queen of Cups. You are reflecting on the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so if you guys have had any like doubts or like little twinges of things or little triggers of things coming up, you have been taking a very mature stance at observing them and reflecting on them so that they don't overwhelm you, so that they don't affect what you're seeing and they don't affect your flow. Even if your flow got thrown off, I think you like calibrated really quickly. I keep getting like melting swords here. Melting away the illusions. Oh, Cancer. Melting away the illusions. Sorry, I need water after that one. Okay. Anything else for Cancer? Let's see. Oh yeah, Cancer. You have totally been in magician mode. Holy crap. We have 10 of Cups coming up for a lot of people. With the 5 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. This is totally in relation to the 8 of Swords. When I say you've been like in magician mode, like melting these swords, the 5 of Swords and 10 of Swords feel like projection. All the stuff we were saying before. And I think that you've been recognizing like times when your fears or your deeper wounds got the best of you and led to the 10 of Swords and not the 10 of Cups. That's what I'm literally getting here. It's like some of you are recognizing there's always a choice between the 10 of Swords or the 10 of Cups. And it's a choice of what you're willing to believe, what you're willing to entertain. Even if something isn't good for you, it doesn't have to be an experience where you take on that suffering and internalize it and just sit in it for however long. It's like you can see the silver lining and things need to end that are unhealthy. I don't think anything is ending right now. I want to make that very clear. I feel like all of this is literally stirring within you as the Queen of Cups that you are. And you're seeing the illusions for what they are and the projections for what they are so that you don't have to lose out on the 10 of Cups. I do offer personal readings, just not right now. because of holiday time and because I've also in some transitions. As you can tell, I haven't been in my normal space. So I probably will return in January for sessions. But I will announce all that. And I usually send out a newsletter through the website. So if you're subscribed, you should get first word of it. And then I tell my patrons, and then I tell YouTube, basically. I try to be good about doing it like way ahead of time because people have asked me to do it like a month in advance. The way my life is, it's a little too unpredictable to do that far in advance. I try my best though. I try my best. Anyway, I'm like so curious about this energy. Let's continue with you, Cancer. I just want to get a couple other cards here. Anything else for Cancer? I want to know about the moth. Like, what's this like? Oh! I don't think I've ever made that sound in my life. Sorry. Literally never made that sound in my life. I was like, what's the moth? What is this like inevitable like magnetism or inevitably like something's just happening and falling into place? It's the King of Cups. So yes, union of self, first and foremost, union of self. But some of you, this is, oh, screen, Aloha. It caught me off guard. Anyway, but some of you, this is also like potentially coming in union with another person. But it's union of self first and foremost, because you are absolutely getting rid of your own illusions and projections here, seeing them from what they are and not allowing them to compromise your happiness. And it just is what it is. Okay. Scorpio. Last but not least. Let's see. I know a lot of Ten of Cups today. A lot. It is the times for that, even if illusions say otherwise and the fear-mongering says otherwise. There's plenty of happiness to be had. There really is. People just need to remember that. Okay. Scorpio, let's sit for a second, because like I can feel you like hiding. Scorpio, what's up? What's up with you? You know, because we do have a lot of themes going on right now of like illusions and projections, like literally what we just went over with Cancer. Scorpio, you are the 8th house. You kind of rule the other side of things. You are the light bringer, but you're the light bringer because you sit in a lot of darkness too. So I'm hoping that's not getting the best of you, but let's see. Scorpio, can I get a card for Scorpio, please? Wow, Scorpio, you are like not giving an inch here. You could also be like this with other people right now, like not giving an inch to anybody. People could find you, I was gonna say cold, and I heard the word confusing. People might be having even a harder time reading you than they normally do. People might think like you're not making sense as far as like how you're behaving. I gotta be honest, Scorpio. I do feel like you're dealing with some shit. I do feel like you have some fear going on. They're showing me the Ace of Swords. You may just need a bubble right now, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with needing a bubble. A little bubble. Maybe you're trying to figure something out. Maybe that's why other people don't understand, because you're trying to figure something out. Can I get a card for Scorpio? I do. I feel like you're hiding. Can I get a card for Scorpio? No way. Am I taking this? Yes. Moth, like Cancer, but you have Fire Ant. Scorpio, the Ace, the fact they're showing me the sword, when they show me certain things like that, I know it's in reference to certain tarot cards. They're showing me the Ace of Swords. This is a strange feeling. I feel like you are wielding the sword, but I feel like it's in a defensive way. I feel like you're like trying to protect yourself, which I think is also why I'm getting this like hiding feeling with you. I feel like you're sensing the Fire Ant. It could also be a projection, Scorpio. So let's make that clear. We're gonna get deeper into this. It's almost like you feel like it's inevitable that someone's gonna come after you, attack you, accuse you. Like I'm feeling this feeling of like being backed into a corner, but I don't think it's happening. I think you're afraid it's gonna happen, or you're anticipating it. Be careful with that, especially if you're like a manifesting generator or something. You could totally manifest something like that. Um, yeah, yeah. Scorpio, I feel like you're concerned that like people are gonna come at you with this energy, or maybe they already have, and that's why you're like trying to be like, no, but you feel like it's inevitable. Can I get a third card for Scorpio? You really trying to hide, Scorpio. Camel. Camel is Virgo energy. It's like, it's trying to get through like the desert for 40 days, 40 nights with all your resources and just having enough to get by. It's a little bit of a survival energy. Yeah, Scorpio, just be very careful with this because I just got to be honest. I feel like this is your own fear. I don't feel like this is actually happening to you. I think you're worried about it. And it's survival mode. It's crazy because it's almost like the exact opposite to Cancer. You're in survival mode and you're wielding the sword of truth to protect yourself. I'm just gonna get a fourth one. Can I get a fourth? There's no wonder you had to go last. Can I get a fourth one for Scorpio? Can I get a fourth one for Scorpio? Oh, that's too many. Less cards, please. Some of you, this could be in a very specific environment. Like it could be at work, it could be at home. Maybe you're having a lot of social anxiety right now. Scorpio, you are all over the place. We have tiger and butterfly. This is blossoming. These are like these two energies together. This is blossoming in truth and spiritual awakening and empowerment and feeling strong, feeling fierce. It's night and day from this. I feel like this is like fears and illusions and projections that are a challenge for you to melt away. Kind of just comparing it to the Cancer reading. When you can embrace this process. For a lot of you, this might be part of the same process. To have this like blossoming of your own sense of security and confidence and truth. Because like I'm getting like a strong like high priestess energy here with the tiger. Like your knowing, your inner knowing, almost like coming back to that energy from the collective reading. Was that collective? Yeah, that was collective reading. Doing that means unraveling that. Unraveling these fears, these illusions, these projections, these anxieties. That will get you here. Okay? It's very underworld-like. Let's pull some cards here for you, Scorpio. Any messages or insights for Scorpio? Yeah, I keep getting, it's just like that fire ant is like really, really standing out. Yeah, Four of Swords. I'm not going to say hiding. Retreating. Okay? Retreating and withdrawing. There could be a lot of stuff going on at night or when you're trying to sleep. This is just the card of sleeping, okay? And reflection and recovery, but this is definitely taking time to yourself. Again, a lot could be happening at night. I really want me to emphasize that. Like maybe you're getting some weird noises or just dreams too. Dream activity could be really unpleasant right now. Some of you are sensing competition. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords coming out. It's reminding me of the tiger. For those who don't know, Queen of Swords for me is the minor arcana to the High Priestess major arcana card because she is water and she is air. She is the epitome of all facets and experiences of truth, tangible, logical, intellectual, etherical, intuitive, emotional, etc. This is about your blossoming, but it does feel like you have to really face some like very deeply rooted fears. Some of you who are mystics is going to be also some collective stuff too. It does. It definitely has underworld vibes to it. It's interesting too because you're holding the sword. I just realized, hold on, Three of Swords came out. We'll come back to that. You're actually, they said do it together. Okay. You're wielding the sword that I saw with you wielding. Words. You're wielding the sword I saw you wielding. The 4 and the 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. The Ace of Swords, which again you're holding, and I already saw for you. You are wielding it for a good reason, because you can wield that sword to defend yourself, or you can use it to really be centered with truth. Okay. I'm also getting the mirrors being brought back up here, because that's also what swords are. They're reflective surfaces too, right? So it's like they show truth, but they also show illusions and projections. Swords are also for creation and destruction. You are facing the 3 of Swords here. You're facing these fears, these anxieties, these insecurities, and there may be competitive people around you. There may be aggro people around you, right? Maybe, again, it's just part of your very deep wounding or patterning, but you don't have to let it get the best of you, and you know that. I feel like you're literally slaying your own demons. It's like how this is feeling to me. Look at all the swords. Only swords, Scorpio. Only swords. Anything else for Scorpio? 2 of Pentacles. Why is 2 of Pentacles here? Off kilter. Off kilter. Off kilter. Off kilter. Some of you may have been pushed into the 4 of Swords. So again, 4 of Swords is like sleep, nighttime, taking space, retreating, spending time alone, spending time in self-care, because something might have become imbalanced for you. That's what I'm feeling with the 2. Some sort of imbalance, and you're pushed into the 4 of Swords. Tell me about the 2 of Pentacles. Ooh, with the 6. Some of you guys have been giving your energy away. Yeah. Or doing too much or being too busy. With the 2 and the 6, there's a 4 of Pentacles energy there, which is all about power and saving money and like holding the self. The 6 implies that there has been some exchanging happening, and the 2 of Pentacles, I was getting an imbalance here. So I don't read reversals, but like if I did, these probably would come out like this for you. So you've been needing to take some time to restore your own balance, but that's forcing you to face this. That's forcing you to face this fire ant energy. Some of you may be overspending. Be careful with that. Be mindful. Excuse me. Be mindful of that. Be mindful of overspending. I'm getting drawn into the 6. Can I get a card for the 6? There's something else deeper with the 6. Am I taking these? No. Okay. Tell me about the 6. A lot of energy behind that 6 of Pentacles, Scorpio. Tell me about the 6. The fire and energy, I think, is wrapped up in the 6. Interesting. We have the sun coming out. Whatever kind of giving you've been doing in the 6 has felt good, but there's something about it that's been imbalanced. Like you've been doing it too much, or like you haven't been receiving. Some of you, well, this is like fears and insecurities around competition, aggression, needing to fend off. I also want to say it's like being taken from, like things coming to take from you. Expectations of taking, entitlement, things like this. Yeah, things like this. Yeah. So Scorpio, at the end of the day, I'm just seeing you need to take some time. Slay your inner demons. Okay? Do what you got to do as you do. But yeah, the imbalance with giving and receiving energy, you definitely allow yourself to get on top of that and to be honest with yourself about it. Okay? All right. We are complete for the Aloha Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for hanging out. As always, very interesting reads today, for sure. Thank you, Rhoda, and gratitude always. Thank you, Oddworld. Thank you. She's still live from 3 p.m. Eastern. Yes, but we're finished now. Yes, we are finished. I think this is just what it's gonna be like for a while until we have another shift. So you guys know me. I'm just rolling with it. It seems like every Aloha Friday and weekly, we're just kind of doing signs. Sometimes collective, as we did, and a lot of talking. We did a lot of talking. That's also why we kind of been on here for a while. Um, it's just the vibe right now. It just is what it is. All right, guys, I'm gonna bounce. But again, love you. Have a great rest of your weekend. And oh, thank you for the $15. Oh, what happened? Oh, I did do it. Okay. Thank you, Monsi. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay, I watch replay. This is good. I love it. And I have all the timestamps. It just is going to take me a hot minute to get the timestamps up there. But yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm going now. Bye. See you guys.